Hello, y'all. How is it going? It is Friday, and that means it's time for good old-fashioned viewer levels, as per always. Hello, the meme bro. Hello, everyone who submitted levels. Quite a few of ya. Hello, Corn. Alter for Walter, the meme bros, lots of people in the chat. I could name them all if, people were into that, I suppose. I died, timed out. It's fine. Anyway, before we begin, just want to cover a couple of bases. Kablamo, indeed, that is, true. True, Corn. Yes, you are correct. Kablamo is indeed the thing you say. Anyway, just want to cover a couple of things. A little bit of table setting. That's not the button I wanted to press, but I'll manage. Two things. Table setting. Let's set the table. I don't usually say that. A little follow-up on connection issues last night. Had some very serious connection issues last night. The stream was very unstable. It lagged behind a lot. There was, at certain points, before I lowered the bit rate a bit, it was dropping like 50% of frames, which meant that the Twitch was like minutes and minutes and minutes behind real time, and I think the YouTube was better, but not like that much better, and in either case was hopelessly unstable. Now, I did a bunch of fucking around trying to figure out what the fuck happened, and I eventually figured out it seems like an Ethernet cable was all fucked up somewhere along my chain, and ended up trying, through trial and error, replacing them until I found, like, oh, it's the one that connects the router to the wall that then goes out to the living room and connects to the TV. So I futzed around with that one for a second, and then the connection started working perfectly, and also I started being able to upload videos in full speed, which that stopped working like earlier this week, and I thought it was odd. I thought it was just YouTube being shit, but it turns out, nah, my Ethernet cable got all screwy and fucked shit up. Anyway, now using a different Ethernet cable for that part of the chain, and it should be good. As far as I can tell, everything is stable so far. And if it's not, please tell me. Please tell me if you're having any trouble, any buffs, any delay that's more noticeable than usual. Anything of the sort will make me worry, but it is important that we know it's happening so that I can be surly and upset and maybe futz around with it a little bit. You know how it is. I got a comment here. That's very nice of whoever this kitty is. Very nice. We'll look at this real fast, and also a little bit of secondary piece of follow-up. A small mistake on Tuesday's stream. Oh, Kitty Cats is saying, shall we start the stream now? Let's go. Hello, Kitty Cats. Yeah, we're starting. You were a little early. Well, maybe like a half hour early, arguably. Small piece of follow-up on Tuesday's stream. During Tuesday's stream, I said that I learned a new word that meant basically a word for someone who jerks off to the point of climaxing, but does not climax for extended periods of time. Doesn't come. And I said the word was goomer. It turns out it's gooner. Gooner. And goon is the verb to goon is to edge, essentially. Apparently this is a thing that people say. I don't know how common it is, but I am just correcting the record. I'm correcting the record here. I'm trying to get better. What's the word? Trying to improve, trying to fix it. Alright. Final note before we begin. Next Friday, we're gonna have viewer levels as normal, but also we're gonna do some other stuff as well, because it'll be my birthday, and that means a long stream. On that long stream, we will do viewer levels for a few hours, yes, for sure, but also after that, I would like to do some Smash Ultimate. If y'all would be interested in playing some Smash Ultimate with me, I think that'd be very fun. We'll do a room and shit. And I think that the online tournament mode is in 1 versus 1 mode, so I could just do that, failing all other options. That'll be the 2 things that we do first, and then after that we'll do Paper Mario Randomizer with like a gimmick wherein it'll be like sub-goal based, right? In that the number of Twitch subs that I have going into the randomizer will be the amount of Star Spirits we play to. So we're starting out with 2 right now. We got 2 of them as of currently, and if we get any more, it could go up to 7. And that would mean a longer randomizer, basically up to, in my experience with my settings that I like, a 7-star randomizer maybe takes like 5 or 6 hours, whereas like a 3-star randomizer might take 3. Something like that. 2-star maybe like 2 hours, or 1-star maybe like 1.5, something like that. We'll see what happens. That will be on the table for next week, next Friday. Look forward to it. It's gonna be a fun one, I hope. That's all the upfront stuff I wanted to cover. Corrections, future streams, technical issues. Just wanted to get all that shit out of the way before we get into the heart of things, which is to say, the first level. That's right, it's time for viewer levels. You know, in the proper sense of the word. The first level up is, Alter ver Walter, and I'm just realizing I need to grab my mouse real fast so I can move a thing on my screen. Ooh. Let me just, move this so I can read the code. Alter ver Walter is here, but, you know, first level of the night is, you know, is bit of a exception, whatever. Let me tell you, for the folks who don't know, etc., let me tell you how this works while I enter in this code. If you are here when your level comes up, I will give it the full time of day, which, outside the lightning round, means 15 minutes plus 5 last tries, if that's not enough. If you are not here, we still do the level. I know you're here, meme bro. If you are not here, we still do the level, but we do so in very nearly but not quite sudden death, wherein we only have 2 tries to beat the level, refreshing at checkpoints. That's just my little compromise between playing more levels and prioritizing the people who are present. Playing more levels is fun, but also you do gotta prioritize the people who, you know, are there and ready. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Ooh, let's go. So how y'all been? It's been a week, huh? It's been a fucking week, as most weeks are. It has been a fucking one. A long week, but not a bad week by any stretch. I'll say, like, probably for me the most stressful thing was just technical issues in the middle of it, which were a fucking annoyance, to be frank. You know, that sort of thing is just always just makes you want to tear your fucking hair out. Not that I would do that. That's a silly way to respond to stress. It's not my way of responding to stress. Tearing out of the hair. That's just not really what I do. But, you know, what I mean. Like, you get frustrated as all fuck. And you just don't know what to do, and ugh. Let's hope for a nice issue-free stream tonight. I will say, when I hit go on the stream. What's yes or no? I'm gonna say yes. I will say when I hit go on the stream. Hello, Samo Edits, how you doing? Why? Thanks. I will say when I hit go on the stream, I did see OBS crashed before, right as I hit start stream, but I relaunched, got a few things set back up, and no problems this time, so whatever. Not gonna worry about it. So long as it goes, it goes. I will say, at some point I want to do a test of my, laptop to see if it can do a, stream, you know, by itself. For reasons, which we'll talk about in a bit. Thank you for the level altar for Walter. Let me hit complete and get the next one up. The next one is by Corn. Corn. Go ahead and he's already said GG. You didn't buy the outfit of Waluigi and the Namicon hat? Yeah, I'll say, Samo, we didn't have access to it. It's not in the shop yet. It's not in the shop. I need more moons or something, I think. I will absolutely buy that costume when I can. Hello, Walla Kid. Hello, everyone. Again, thank you for the GGs, all that. Yeah. Another instance of setting the record straight. I absolutely want Waluigi. There's not a bigger Waluigi fan on this couch than me. There's a lot of people in the Twitch chat, Samo. It sort of depends, you know. One might be more active than the other. In the Twitch chat, the other stream, I do 2 streams at once. You know. Oh, Corn said that. Corn or knows. Let me do another card. I'm locking in plans for Japan vacay around September. I have been saying that I wanted to do this for some time now. I've sort of had, you know, the thought of like, okay, well, I'm moving in April, and I moved in April. And once that's done, just the next thing is going to be like, you know, a whole bunch of nothing until September time, at which point I'm, you know, going to do a whole big trip. And it came time at work to commit to, you can add whatever levels you like. It came time at work to commit to whatever vacation plans, you know, we're going to do. And, well, I thought about it for 2 seconds, and I said, like, okay, yeah, no, September. That's when the Japan trip's gonna be. I'm taking off 3 weeks. I'm going to, like, pin on some time. Let's go. I'm up for being here 5 hours watching the stream. I don't know that we'll go that long, Samo, but thank you. I understand, Walla Kid. You're tired. See you later. You have a good rest up and shit. Anyway, so yeah, I'm locking that in. 3 weeks in September. Will include the holiday that's in September. Memorial Day, Labor Day. I'm not sure which one it is, but I will be in Japan during that day, so that is exciting. Hello, Tapani. That is exciting. I'm starting to lay in plans. I made like a... I mentioned a while ago... Labor Day? Yeah. I mentioned a while ago that I got a app on my phone that lets me make, like, lists and, like, checklists and more detailed checklists, and I made a whole bunch of checklists for, tracking everything I need to consider for that Japan trip. So, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good, basically. This is cool. This is a cool little bit of platforming for us to do. That's fun. It seems like it's optional, but I enjoy it. Stream in Japan? I'm getting to that. So, I mentioned a minute ago that I want to get my laptop and see if I can, like, stream off it. And that would be the reason why, so that I can get a stream going from a hotel in Japan at least once or twice or 3 times, maybe, over the 3-week span. My thought right now is that I would love to just do a Friday... Oh shit, you're right. No timer. Forgot the timer. Sorry. It's fine, it's not gonna take 15 minutes. I would like to set up my laptop so that it can handle a Mario Maker stream, and I can do maybe an hour or two of viewer levels, either at the end of a day or at the start of a day. I'm not sure, like, if we want to do, like, Japan night viewer levels, like, before I go to bed on, like, Friday evening in Japan, which would be... When would that be? Would that be Friday morning in America? Or if I want to do it the other way and just, like, as soon as I wake up and get some lunch from the hotel, just go ahead and do some viewer levels, like, right after that. Like, is that going to be the thing? I'm not sure, but if it's possible and if the internet is, viable for that, I would love to do, some streams from the various hotels that I'll be staying in. My plans right now are basically a lot of what I did before. So I'm gonna go to Tokyo, I'm gonna go to Osaka and Kyoto, and probably just stay in one hotel this time rather than switching, because I do think it's best to stay in Osaka, but best to tour Kyoto, in my experience. Osaka kind of has less things to see, but it's cooler to stay in, because it's just... The area that I know that I'm gonna get a hotel in is just so damn cool, and, I'm excited. I'm excited. This reminds me of the song... Nya ichi misa nya arigato. Hey, Jessica Shook. Yes, I can. Exclamation point, add, and then your code to submit. Do you see the pinned message for details? I'll say I'm also looking to add on an additional location to my trip, or maybe an additional 2 locations, which is that I want to go to, what's it called? What's it called? Hakone, which is sort of the hot springs capital of Japan. I think that would be lovely to spend a night or two in, and, you know, soak in the hot springs, the various hot springs just for a day, or see whatever else they got. And the other place that I'm adding onto the itinerary is, I want to go to the Mount Fuji area. And, I know for sure I want to do, like, Fuji-Q Highlands, but I would also like to see Mount Fuji and do other stuff, other such things. I hope the bot is working properly. The bot is slow, Jessica. Give it a minute. Has anyone tested the YouTube bot? I think it should be good. If it doesn't come up, I will go over to the computer and shake it. That's not what I'll do, but I'll just check and see what's up with the bot. Thank you for the level, by the way. Level completed. Get the timer down. Hit 1. The meme bro is up. The meme bro just GG'd. Yeah, it's clearly... I'm gonna go over to the computer real fast and fix that. Let me have a look. 1 second, YouTube people. I'm sorry. The YouTube bot can be a little bit jank. Okay, let's see what's going on with that bot. Try again, Jessica Shook. I'm seeing the bot should be up. Why isn't the bot up? Let me do position. Are my scripts loaded? My scripts are loaded. Please try again, Jessica Shook. I'm not sure why it ignored you. If you could try again, I would appreciate it. Yeah, it's working for Samo. That's odd. Oh, wait. What the fuck? Hang on. Am I not seeing I'm not... That is weird. I'm not seeing some messages on my OBS. That is odd. My OBS chat is missing messages. Is like skipping over some of the viewer bot messages. I've never seen that before. That's fun. Let me try futzing around with the dock some. Let me just remove the dock, apply, and YouTube chat. Just reopen it real fast. Are there messages that I'm missing? What's the deal here? Yeah, seems like the bot is being a little bit finicky. A little bit weird. Okay, I see the messages in some chats, but not others. What the hell? Do I, like, have an ignore thing? Have I unhide the user? I'm trying to do some moderation stuff. Okay. Someone do a position real fast, other than me. Let's see that it works. That's Nightbot. Nightbot is different. Don't do that one. Sorry about the chatbot getting weird. Ugh. Don't do that command. Do the other command, y'all. Exclamation point, position, please. Okay, you know what? I'm going to... I guess I can just view the other chat from the bot's point of view. That's fine. Awkward, but that works. For now, anyway. Well, it doesn't really work that well. Can you be a mod? We're good on I don't need any moderation right now. But thanks for offering. Let me go back to the thing and we'll continue. Something screwy with that. We'll keep an eye on it. You let me know if ever it doesn't get you in you let me know if it fucks up further. Oh. Oh. What the fuck now? God. Camera? What the fuck? What? Okay. Camera wouldn't switch for some reason. There's some funny stuff going on my PC tonight, I guess. At the very least, it's not lagging, I suppose. Whatever. Name of this level is so true. Let's go. Okay. The meme bro is up next. So anyway, yeah, I'm planning on doing some streams from Japan. I think that'd be nice. And that'd be a good way to check in a few times as I'm going around. I would like one of the streams to be while I'm in Hokkaido. I think that would be, or not Hokkaido, Hakone, jeez. Mixed up the two H areas of Japan. There's more than two, but you know, those two maybe come to mind pretty fast. Oh, you want Sunnyside? Not the next level of the Super World? Okay, newest level is what Meme Bro is saying. I got you, I got you. Sunnyside, let's go. I'm gonna put up the timer. But not Piranha Plant problems, chatbot problems. Yeah. Do you know who Steve is, the most popular Mario Maker creator? Mario created Mario Maker 2 that has the highest and least easy score? You plan on beating him? I do not know. I don't know. I do not know this man. I feel like I don't know most people in the Mario Maker scene. I kinda just do my own thing. Okay. Good luck with that, Jessica Shook. What was I saying? Yeah. So, looking forward to that. That's gonna be fun. I will say I have been to Japan before. I've been to Japan before. I am, probably gonna do a lot of the same things again, I'll be honest. Like, I did come away from that trip originally thinking, like, man, I feel like I've seen everything that I could have wanted to see. And I don't think that's true now, because back then I was not really a theme park person, so, like, among the biggest additions to the trip, and probably why, I say probably, why I would like to take, like, a whole extra week, let's say, go up from 2 weeks to 3, is that I plan on slipping in 3 theme park days into that, into the whole trip. That'll be like, Disney Sea, Disney Sea, Fuji-Q Highlands, and, Universal Studios Japan. And, I'm excited for all of those. Like, I've heard amazing things about the theming of Disney Sea. I've, you know, heard that Fuji-Q Highlands is basically like the Cedar Point of Japan. Did you get the maker ID in chat? You have to do ! Add and then submit to submit. It's MVP, Maple Leafs fan. Let me see if you're in there. Oh, you're in there. You're good. Yeah. You can look at the list yourself to double check. Funny how screwy, you know, streaming is sometimes. Ooh. Fucked up. Anyway. Anyway, I'm excited. Lots of plans. Gotta make more plans. Gotta reserve the hotel rooms. Gotta figure out what hotels perhaps have the best combination of, like, you know, accommodations and also really good internet from which I can stream reliably. And I would like to get one in, you know, that's has like when I go to Hakone, right? I'd like to have an onsen in the room if possible. And that'll be just one night. I will pay whatever you have to pay to get that, because that sounds wonderful. Just you know, a hot spring in your behind your hotel room. That sounds a private one, you know. That sounds amazing. Like, I definitely want to do that. Definitely want to spend as much time doing stuff. Fucking Fanta! Wow! Why? Big plans for Japan. That's gonna be a fun trip. Meme Bros, oh no. Wait, is this not the right one? Oh no, this is Sunnyside. This is Sunnyside. Okay. This is it. This is it. Don't worry, everyone. This is the right level. Based on what I've heard in chat. The oh no was when I opened the Super World for 2 seconds. Anyway, really excited. Really looking forward to that whole thing. I am wondering now about a lot of logistical stuff. Like, Jesus. I am wondering now about a lot of logistical stuff. Where to stay, whether I want to do, like, a tour during that whole span. Last time, okay, Spino. Last time, when I went to Japan in 2018, I did like a day-long tour of Kyoto one of the days, just going to a bunch of the you're gonna do a trip to Micha. Well, that'd be interesting. I'm planning on, last time I did like a tour of Japan one of the days. I booked a tour and went to like 8 shrines one day, like just being chauffeured around, which was pretty nice. I might do that again. What the huh? That was pretty nice. I might do that again. Feel like it's good to have one day where it's all, you don't have to think about where to go, but I will say, I mostly will just have a list of places I want to go, and then at the start of every day say, okay, where am I going? Excepting theme park days, which I will aim to do on a weekday, basically. This second jump is highly unnecessary. You can go right over, it turns out. What's better level, Mario goes to a subway or Mario visits the Krusty Krab? Is what Mean Bro is asking. Mr. Blue Goose. Mr. Blue Goose, what say you? Here's another card related to Japan. Anyone ever visit Hakone or the areas near Mount Fuji? I'd kind of like to fill up my itinerary for that place. For those 2 places, really. And also, I'm not sure, like, how much time I should probably spend. You're tired of hearing the 1-up sound? Tough. You did once? Corn? Wow, okay, great. Like, what can you tell me? Like, any information I would love to hear about where do you want to go? You went to Mount Fuji once on tour? I guess the first question that should be asked is like, okay, Mount Fuji. Like, start with the showstopper, the actual goddamn mountain. I'm not that athletic. I probably cannot, like, walk up Mount Fuji. I probably can't get to the shuttle unless there's, like, a tram that takes you all the way. And also, I'm not sure, like, how air pressure works. Since you were 1 year old, you've been playing Endless Easy. Congratulations, Jessica. That is a hell of a thing to do. Drink Fiji water while in Mount Fuji. I drink regular water from, like a, you know, from like a machine. Not from like a bottle. I kind of think of those. I kind of think of bottled water as a scam, honestly. So, did you go up Mount Fuji, Samo Edits, or did you just go to the base, or what was the deal? I guess if there's a tour, maybe the tour that I do should be on, like, a Mount Fuji day. Maybe that should be, like, a Mount Fuji tour, if that's a viable thing. Like, that sounds like it takes some of the guesswork out of that area. And I would just like to see basically everything worth seeing, everything cool. I'll say I really like the anime laid-back camp, and I wouldn't mind visiting things that were featured in that, particularly. They didn't let you climb it? Gotcha. It was in the pandemic? Was COVID? I guess if you want to climb the mountain, you have to stay in, like, a little shed, right? I've seen Encouragement of Climb. I understand how it works to climb Mount Fuji. It's like it can be a multi-day process. And you gotta stay in a little shed, and that shed probably, you know, strictly off limits during COVID times. You hate the warp bot? Sorry. Sorry, Blue Goose. I think you're in there. Are you in there? Let me see. You are in there. It's just there's a... Holy fucking shit! Oh, there's 14 levels in the queue? God damn, I think that might be as high as I've seen. Do you like Endless Easy? I can't say I'm a fan of Endless in any mode. I just find that, well, maybe I played it when it was really early and there weren't that many good levels. Maybe it's better at, like, giving you good levels now. But it always seemed kind of boring to me, so I just stick with sourcing levels from people. and playing them one at a time. If that's the mode you like, hey, more power to you. I know also there's people who like the versus mode and all that. Couldn't be me. I just like to play a traditional platformer. A traditional platform level. And if I want a limited lives gimmick, well, look, I have that for this stream. As longtime viewers already know. Well enough. Do I have kids? No, I don't. My sister has a kid. Newborn, pretty young. Not really capable of doing nothing yet, but no, I don't, I don't really see that for me. That doesn't seem like anything I'm interested in remotely. And as I think about it more, I get more and more just like, no, I definitely don't want kids. I'd like a dog, though. Dogs are nice. Happy Mother's Day to your sister. It's not Mother's Day yet. My uncle apparently texted my mom like 3 weeks ago saying, Happy Mother's Day to you and, you know, my sister. You and her. And, my mom was like, oh crap, is it Mother's Day? Until, like, realizing a little later, like, absolutely not. He is a dingus. My uncle. One of my uncles. What else did you see? Did you just go to Mount Fuji itself, or did you go to, like, outlying areas? I'm curious, Samo, or was it just, like, the Mount Fuji base? I guess it was during the pandemic. Anything inside was off limits. You're in Mexico on vacation, and here it's Mother's Day? Oh, I didn't know that. I guess it's on a Saturday in Mexico, rather than a Sunday? Huh, go figure. Also, it's Friday in Mexico still, right? Yep, no, it's 6 p.m. It'd be like 7 at the latest. Time zones being as they are. Friday is. Right, okay. Didn't know that. Didn't know that they have a different Mother's Day tradition. Good on them. Okay, whatever. Steve is screaming in your face, but you will never beat him, but you think you will? I wish you luck, Jessica. It's 5. It's 6:48 here. 6:49, I guess, by your count. My watch says it's 48. 48 right now. 49 right now. By my count. The blammo. So yeah, I definitely want to do a whole bunch in that general area. Need to budget out how much time to spend, and also figure out how exactly you get from Tokyo to Hakone to the Fuji area. Because it kind of seems like those are not, like, on a single path, on a single line. Like, oh no, well, you don't go direct from one to the other. You can get from Tokyo to Fuji, the areas around Fuji, and you can get directly from Tokyo to Hakone, but maybe getting from the one to the other would actually be more inconvenient than just direct either way. You can see the country next to the name when you play the level. When I didn't know that changed. I don't think that changes, actually, because when I was in Japan, last time I was in Japan, you know, back in the day, I remember I was playing Smash Brothers, and it was just out at the time, you see. And I played a lot of people from Japan, and they had their Japanese cards, and I had an American card, naturally. And I knew that I was putting, like, an American flag player in their playlist, which in their, like, play history, their Smash tags. And I thought that was kind of interesting to consider, that I was doing that. Last try before we go into last tries. I feel like there might be a checkpoint behind this dealy-doo. And the timer. Hang on, I've just realized why, something's fucked up with my hotkeys. Let me go over to the computer and have a look real fast. Excuse me. My stream deck is all fucked up. God damn it. Let me fix, and then we will get going. Tell you what, I'll throw to a break rather than just grousing while I fix it. Give me a minute. All right, let me just. Okay, well, it seems to be working now, so whatever. Just regular ass hotkeys weren't working. Okay, just need the chest so that I could actually see and confirm that it was now working properly. Good. Good. All right, I'm going to go back to the thing now. I'll throw to a break just so that it's not in the VOD. All right, this should be good now. I guess I should have a more detailed bevy of tests that I do before a stream, but whatever. Timer, I can now turn it on and off properly. God damn it. It turned off earlier, right? Like the last level? What the fuck? Hello, Miguel Laura. How you doing? I'm just having some minor technical difficulties. Let's do 5 last tries on this level. 5 last tries on this level. And I threw to a break so that on the VOD, all breaks are cut out of VOD, so the VOD don't have to wait for me to, like, just look at the thing and go like, okay, let me remap this hotkey. This hotkey looks mapped correctly. Okay, it's working now. What the fuck? Why does it do this? Technology is the answer. Technology is... unreliable at times. Unreliable at times. One try left. One try left now. Good luck with your mode, your record, Jessica. I wish you all the PBs in the world. And eventually, a world record. Good tries. Thank you. Thank you. That was a good level. Let me go ahead and hit dismiss. And hit lost and pull up the next one from Antho, who just said, "Oi! It's your turn." That's correct. You know it. I'm gonna say 7:30 for the lightning round. 7:30. Kind of want this stream not to be the longest stream in the world, but we'll see how long the cards I have last. Here's a card. Look at this thing I bought. This could be an evergreen card. I could use this card so often. I was thinking about the problem of traveling with my laptop because previously with previous laptops I've had with my current backpack, I've had to store the laptop and like keyboard and not keyboard, but like mouse and I don't know what's going up with you and Steve, Jessica. I'm not gonna worry about it. Mouse and charger in like a separate compartment. So I was looking online and I found this thing that like straps onto the outside that can hold it. Problem is, it makes it way too fucking thick. I mean, look at it. It basically more than doubles the width of this thing. Kind of not as good as I was thinking. You know, I was kind of thinking like, okay, well, maybe it could take this narrow slot that I have in my backpack and make it so that it can hold the charger cleanly. You were having a pillow fight? That's cool. Okay. I don't understand, but that's okay. Anyway, I'm not going to return it. I think this thing could be good at work for, like, just taking my, my laptop, my charger, my mouse, and, like, maybe 1 or 2 other things to, like, a secluded spot to work from for a bit. And that sounds like a good idea. I'm tired of having to either bring my entire backpack or just hold my mouse and charger in my hands while carrying this thing, which is, you know, worth having. I think, though, the key will be just to get a backpack that has a nicer laptop compartment. What do I do for a living? I'm a software engineer. I have a hybrid schedule, 2 days at home, 3 days at the office. And specifically, I try to make it so that I'm streaming on the nights before I work from home, so that I can, you know, sleep a little bit more those nights and don't have to worry so much about going somewhere and getting up and driving in the morning, which is a nice thing to be able to do when situations demand with the stream. Anyway, I'm gonna look into backpacks and probably other stuff for the upcoming Japan trip. The upcoming Japan trip I want to do. Oh, my company has plenty of employees. They're huge. They are huge. They got a massive campus. I don't think they need to source anything out, but good luck, Jaminator. Miguel, you are pretty far down the queue, I'm afraid. You just got in. You can see in the lower right corner over there, there's 15 levels in queue. It's ridiculous. Antho is here in the Twitch chat, on the Twitch side. If you ever wonder, by the way, who I'm talking to, it'd be the other chat, YouTube or Twitch, respectively. If you're ever wondering where those 15 peoples are, they might be quiet, or they might be on the other side of the fence. You figured, just kidding? I gotcha. If you are looking for work, you know, I wish you the best. I was just looking myself, like, last year. I had a whole couple of months of, being between jobs, which is nice. And now I have a new job, which is also nice. Relatively new job. I've had it all year, pretty much. Started in January. It's great. I'm quite happy right now as far as how that's going, and it's proven to be pretty manageable to balance a in-office job with the streaming, turns out, which is I am relieved by. I was worried it was going to be harder than it turned out being. Jessica, you're saying some stuff I cannot just read all of that every time. It seems like some sort of copy-pasta to me. I will absolutely read anything that makes sense to me, and such. Oh no! Probably gonna buy some more stuff. I think I want to get like a. I did some Googling around about, like, Japanese internet in hotels, and it seems like they might have Ethernet, but not, like, Wi-Fi. So I probably should get, like, a adapter that lets my laptop use Ethernet. And, you know, probably also have, like, some USBs on it in addition to that, so that it can, Hey, Samo. Nice, we got a checkpoint. Have some USBs in addition to that so I can do, like, other sort of stream stuff. Are you a rather casual or competitive? I would say I'm on the casual side. Definitely more just interested in playing and having fun than, like, being the best of all time. You know? Hello, Dawn. Nice. These are some nice, Podobo challenges here. Oh, no. Jesus, the icicles too? Wow. Oh, no. How do you send levels? Exclamation point add, and then your code. And if that doesn't go through, let me know. It's, being weird for me right now. I can't see the viewer level bots messages right now for I don't know why. It's just screwy. But if there's a problem, let me know and I'll try to fix it. Oh no. You let me know, okay? Everyone in the YouTube chat, just please understand being weird, but not unmanageably weird. You're going to Paris and then London to see the Champions League final. It's gonna be good. Hala Madrid. Good luck. When you say league, Champions League, do you mean like soccer, or do you mean League of Legends? Or like some other league, esports league? The Champions League. In any case, have fun. That sounds good. Soccer, gotcha. Honestly, I was leaning League of Legends. Why are you terrified, Jessica Shook? This thing just gets me whenever I'm impatient. I should just stop being impatient. Unfortunately, it is my nature to be impatient. I'm, not the most patient person. League of Legends mentioned it was. Mario Maker 2 locked you in your room. It's a haunted game? Not in my experience. There are ghosts in Mario Maker 2, but that does not make it haunted. Y'all should check out Animal Well. In stores now. It's fucking good. I'll talk about that a bit later. Speaking of haunted games. Sort of a spooky horror platformer type thing. It's great. I will think of more things to get before I go to Japan. I recently mentioned in passing that I got new shoes. Part of my thought process there was, yeah, get new shoes before the trip. Get them broken in and shit, so that they're ready to go. That just makes the most sense. Thank you for the code. For the level. Dawn. Let me know if did that go through? It did, okay, good. I am annoyed with my bots. It's not showing me. Is everyone seeing messages from the bots? Or are they just seeing messages where they at someone? Did YouTube change it so that messages where someone is added only are shown to the person who is... Wait, maybe that's it. Maybe YouTube changed something. Can someone at each other and tell me if, maybe that's what happened. Maybe YouTube just had a weird policy change as far as how that works. If that's what happened, I'll be very annoyed because what the fuck? Don't change things on me like that. Whatever. You know what? YouTube could use some improvements to their chatbot, so maybe I shouldn't be insisting it stays the same. Let me do a card. Do another card. Did you hear about Microsoft shutting down 4 studios? That was sort of the big news this week. Gotta fucking talk about it. Kind of huge and fucked up. The implications, you know, it's sort of... YouTube has a chop chats feature. Oh! Fuck, am I in... That'll be it, that'll be it. Thank you, that'll be it, live chat. Wait, no, I'm still not seeing the messages that we're missing. Whatever, see if that helps. That's a good that's a good guess, Jominator. I think it might have gotten reset when I refreshed. Usually it's fine though. You're gonna give yourself a shout out, Samo? Well, sure, whatever. Let's talk about this Microsoft thing. So 4 studios got shut down. It's fucked up, especially in the case of the studio that developed Hi-Fi Rush, whose name I still don't remember. Sorry, I'm bad with names, and I didn't write them down. But considering how beloved Hi-Fi Rush was, and how successful it was, and how, at least as far as Game Pass games go, and how it basically was a Game of the Year contender, shutting down that studio is just like the most what the fuck are you doing thing that you could possibly say. Like, it would make more sense to shut down Rare than to shut down the studio that made Hi-Fi Rush. It would make more sense to shut down the studio that's out there making Perfect Dark Reboot that is supposedly, according to rumors, all entirely fucked and completely in development hell, than a studio that has proven that it can finish a game and put it out and, you know, have it be world record. World status. You're looking at some Auroras outside? That's fantastic. I like, nice nature, Jominator. But as this week has gone on, there's been more and more financial analysis that basically explains what's going on with it. And basically it has to do with Activision and the fact that Microsoft just spent $70 billion on Activision. And fact is, that got the Xbox team a lot of attention that they previously didn't have. You know, to this point, the Xbox team has been able to just buy companies and just spend, and no one cared. No one gave a fuck. Until they spent like half of Microsoft's on-hand money on Activision, and at which point, you know, you can imagine the conversation that they had, right? They must have said, like, okay, we just spent half of our fucking money on Activision. What do you want to do with Activision? And Xbox said, we're gonna give away all of their games for $15 a month. And Microsoft, you know, the people above them said, what the fuck? No, you're not! You're not doing that! That's how Activision makes money! You want to give the games away? Ooh, no! We just spent $70 billion on that! We're not giving the money away! We're not giving the games away, that's... What the hell? And that explains why, like, no Activision games are on Game Pass, even like 6 months later. I totally expected to be able to play Crash 4 by now on Xbox, but nope, because they're all fucked up. They're all fucked up about what to do and why they did that $70 billion purchase. They have no idea what to do now, and they're all fucked up. Ooh. They are completely clueless, and I'll say Game Pass is a great service. It is a goddamn steal, and the reason why they have been able to make it like so worthwhile is because, yeah, they have been putting games on there from day one, which means that if you hear a game is good, you find out also, oh, I don't have to buy it either. Whereas like before, if you found out a game was good and it came out on Game Pass later, you'd say something to the effect of like, oh, but I already bought it already, so that means nothing to me. Yes! Ooh, okay. That means nothing to me that it's out and on Game Pass, you know? And not just that, but also they bought a lot of studios. They just were able to get a lot of day one rights to just even little indie games, like little indie games that often ended up being some of the best games of the year, like Tunic, and, you know, a couple others even. What the fuck are we doing here with the stars? What was the point of the stars? It seemed like the door was open the whole time. Microsoft said Xbox is stupid. Yeah, that's basically what it comes down to. That's basically what happened. Microsoft got all is up in a huff. They have the corporate eye on them for the first time in forever, and they're as surprised as anyone because, like, we were able to buy so many companies without anyone giving us any shit, without anyone coming and saying like, okay, so how does this make you more money? No one asked any questions about any of Microsoft's, Xbox's previous purchases, and now they have to make $70 billion off Xbox, which will take years and years and years and years. It's a long-term bet that they were trying to make, and now they're They have huge buyer's remorse. Thank you for the level. It was good. And timer, get the next one up. Dexterity, you are up. Dexterity skill. I don't see dexterity in the chat. Thank you for the follow, Jominator. I hope that Microsoft chat was fun and funny and a little bit insightful. Let me type. I'm gonna type in the code. Dexterity still do speak up, and I will play your level. Give it full time a day. Otherwise, it'll be sudden death, as you know. Next card. Hey, the Nintendo Switch 2 statements. We were talking about Activision Blizzard. Now we're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2. And the upcoming Direct that's in June sometime. They announced everything that everyone already knows. Like, hey, look, no, it's gonna be next year. It's gonna be. What did they say? They said that the Switch will be within this. What did they say exactly? That it will be announced before the end of the fiscal year, but you know, maybe not released. Like, at any rate, they're not accounting for it in their projections as of yet. Basically, they've told us stuff we already know, and also some stuff that is interesting, but not at all, like, really revelatory. Like, oh, it'll use the same Nintendo account. It'll have physical cartridges. Physical media is not going away. Obvious. Yeah. About what we were expecting. It will not be at the June Direct. Sure, I don't think anyone was really 100% expecting it to be. But thanks for saying and getting it out of the way. For fuck's sake, Nintendo is far more respected company than Blizzard, so I'm looking forward to that at least. Yeah, it's exciting. It's gonna be good. What's going on here? I was supposed to ride that, wasn't I? Let me, you know, I did give... We'll start from here. Dexterity, do speak up. Now is the time to speak up, to, get out of sudden death, you understand. Oh, crap! Okay, I was so close to figuring that level out, but if dexterity is not here, that's all we can do for now. Dexterity, you can speak up, right now. If you speak up right now, I will put on a timer and I will do the whole thing. And we'll try our best, but... Ah, perfect. There you are, dexterity. You have good timing. I'll put up the 15-minute timer. Get those the heads out of there. Mario is a paid actor. Yes, I've heard that interpretation of the Mario lore. Yeah, that it's like a troupe. So yeah, it's exciting to see the Switch 2. I'm excited to see, you know, all the games that are going to come out for it. You know, new Mario Karts, new other games that are only one a generation. Your death seems scripted. Oh, I think I died in a legitimate manner there. I tried. Look. I didn't jump at the right time. I think this is a run as fast as you can level, and so long as you turn around midair, you'll be good. No space, Jessica, for commands. No space between the exclamation mark and the command. And that, you should be able to do it. I understand that, like, I don't think chatbots are quite as common on the YouTube side, but, you know. Makes sense and all. Hey, there we go. Okay, more of this. Shit! There you go. There we go, yeah. That doesn't mean anything to anyone but me. I was thinking about, you know, the part in Sopranos where, the guy says, here you go, you loudmouth fuck, and then he shoots him. That's what I was thinking when I said that the second time. But, most people probably won't pick up the getting shot in the head, part of that big tangential reference that doesn't work. There you go. I can do another card. Feel like we've talked about as much about Nintendo as we can. I starred Animal Well, presented by Donkey. Let me restart. Animal Well, presented by Donkey. I heard about this yesterday. I heard that the reviews were incredibly good, and I started into it during yesterday's stream, which had other games as well, but never mind those. Animal Well, that's the one I'm gonna stick with. That's the one I mean to play more of. It is pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. It's like a horror game. Okay, well, let me tell you the pitch that Donkey does, first off. Donkey's joke pitch for the game is that it's like Halo 2 meets Halo 3, which is objectively a very funny thing to say about, a very funny way to pitch a game. What it actually is, it's a 2D platformer, Metroidvania-style game, where you're exploring a big open world and unlocking new abilities which give you new ways to traverse it. It sort of reminds me of Fez in all the best ways. You know, a big open world to explore that's full of cool stuff. And also, you know, platforming that is mostly rudimentary, let's be honest, but works well enough as a basic way to get around and to, like, service the puzzle platformer part of it. Also, it is a horror game. The Animal Well is a well that is full of weird, ethereal animals. Some of them are ghosts. Some of them are just like loathsome beasts of impossible size and confusion. Like, you see these guys hanging around and shit, and you just go like, what the fuck is that thing? An ostrich? Okay, fuck! I have a clip from that game, which I am fast-tracking to YouTube short status. Previously, all the YouTube shorts have been from, like, really old streams from last year. I'm gonna fast-track that clip so that it's going up tomorrow, because, holy hell, you can really get scared in that game. It's not quite like Pokemon. It's like, maybe like the manual, you know, like the Pokedex entries that are weirdly ominous. Like, has that sort of vibes, yeah. It has that sort of vibe of like, oh, this is a very dark place full of things that you don't want to tussle with. Some things just, like, back away from you when they see you. Some will just, like, openly go at your ass. And it's frightening, it's cool. I've gotten, like, 3 abilities so far. 2 or 3 abilities, and they're all really cool. Bah! I should not have thrown the shell. Scary X and Horror Y. Yeah, I would describe it as like a Fez, as like a horror Fez, even though it's all 2D, and there's a whole item system. Somewhere between like a Fez and a Tunic, and also entirely 2D. And also a horror game as well. Like, it really leans into the horror aspect in a way that is just wonderful. I think it is probably... I've only played, like, a couple hours, like, maybe less than 2 hours so far, but I am getting vibes of, like, yo, this could be, like, Game of the Year status. Like, it's that good. Donkey did good picking out this game. He picked out a real goddamn winner here. Crap. That was a close one. We now pretty much know exactly what we have to do, though, so that's great. It has my highest recommendation, and I'll say, by the way, you might remember me saying that the Thursday stream was going to be Game Pass themed, but it's not on Game Pass, it's not even on Xbox, but I decided to include it anyway because I fucking wanted to play it, and I'm glad that I did because that game is, turns out it has some really good bits that are, yeah, I don't believe Jessica either, Dawn. It has some really good bits that I'm really glad to have captured on stream. Like, that is, gonna make a real good YouTube short. I'll tell you. The part what I'm talking about. Maybe one of my best. Ah, that was close. Why do you not believe you? I don't understand the whole Steve drama going on in chat with you, Jessica. Picture the... I do YouTube shorts, that's right, Samo. I basically just take clips from the stream that most of them I already captured on Twitch, and I turn them into shorts. That way. Usually. In some cases, they'll be unclippable, and they'll be, like, unshortable unless I do some fancy editing, which I might do, if I feel like it's worth it. Can you give me a quick recap what's going on in YouTube chat? Jessica Shook is just saying a bunch of, stuff. Like, I'm trying to sleep. Steve's, you need to stop stopping and playing Endless Easy every single night and screaming Endless Easy. So Steve, he's on one floor above me, stomping, screaming, so I can't sleep about Endless Easy. What is going on? Says Jessica Shook. That's what's going on in the YouTube side. I feel like there's only so many messages of those you can read before you gotta go like, okay, that's not making sense. That's just a whole bunch of words. You know what I mean? That's not anything to me, basically. You know that meme from Westworld TV show? Oh, the Westworld TV show doesn't exist anymore? Oh, shit. I guess we can't, I guess that meme doesn't exist anymore, huh? Okay, we're on the last screen, and we got 5 minutes to do it. What the actual heck? I know! I don't know what to do about that and how to react. I am choosing to chide Jessica lightly. And I hope someone is enjoying hearing about it or reading it or whatever. I don't get it. Copypasta is not for chat. That could be a title of the stream. Copypasta is not for chat. That sounds like a stream title to me. For the VOD. For the VOD. I like that. I always get... I'm not sure if I'm too meta whenever I say something that's funny, and I go like, ooh, that could be a title. You'll see. You'll see. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. It sounds like bot or autocorrect or spamming words. Yeah. 100%. It's weird. I don't get it. Ah. Here's another card. That could be a title. Yeah, it could be. It could be. You do soccer edits? Oh, nice. Like, clips from soccer games? That's cool. Let me do another card. I've been playing games. This is the most vague card that has ever existed. That I've ever done on this channel. Let me say. I'm playing some games. I really don't know. I've been kind of aimless recently as far as, like, what I want to be playing when I'm not streaming. And honestly, pretty bored as well. in that, but basically been playing a lot of games. Really, not really committing to anything in particular, but playing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's all good, Jessica. Whatever you want to say is fine. Don't worry about it. You've been playing games for a while? I've been playing games could be a title. Yeah. I mean video games, to be clear. Not the, sexual kind of game. Which is, I don't really get. I don't really get that. I would never use game in that context. Anyway, games I've been playing. Been continuing to play Marvel Snap. There's a new season pass card, seems pretty strong. But I'll say I haven't, like, built any notable decks with it. I've just been doing the auto deck, which is doing fine. I feel like I might be at my end with that game, but I'm still doing it for now. And we'll see if I find something better to do than Marvel Snap in the near future. Been playing Mega Man Battle Network 6. Been sort of like plugging away a little bit at that. Beat the first chapter of that. Seems like there's some good stuff. Some of the chips are really fun, and it seems like it ramps up better than some of the earlier games, which, you know, I had started playing, but then I realized, like, oh, I have no idea where to go in Mega Man Battle Network 1, and have no idea where to go. Jessica has been playing video games before she was born. That I believe. That one is not so unreasonable. Samo doesn't like Steve. Wow. I really don't know this Steve person. The only Steve I know is, well, I have a cousin, and a brother-in-law, and, but I was gonna say Minecraft Steve, specifically. Also, I don't know either of them go by Steve, other than Minecraft Steve. So, Minecraft Steve is the Steve that I know, yes. Birth Simulator? No, nothing like that, nothing weird. I've been playing normal stuff, but mostly very aimlessly. I'm really not sure what I want to be playing. I played some Super Meat Boy the other day. Super Meat Boy is fun. That game is really good, and it's just easy to just sit down and play, like, 2 whole worlds in, like, before you even think about, okay, should I go to bed? You know, like a good 10, 20 minutes, just go by and you get through a whole 2 worlds, and that feels pretty good. What's your favorite game? DKC2 or Mario Odyssey, one of them. Those are the top 2. I am chronically undecided on a favorite overall. The timer is up. Last tries. Let's go. Dang, I can't believe we got to this point, but maybe we'll do it on one of these. We're doing pretty well here, I think. Damn, DKC2 is a good take. Thank you. As is Mario Odyssey, I hope. Both of them are good takes. And both of them are equally beloved. Fuck. What else? Not much. Pretty aimless. Pretty bored. Pretty much just looking for something to play. Last night, I did try out a bunch of Game Pass games. I tried out, in particular, Fallout 76, as I was, you know, sort of in a Fallout mood on account of the show. And also, another Crab's Treasure. Unfortunately, Fallout 76, not being into that, kind of makes sense because, you know, I don't think the problem with that game was ever the content being lacking. The problem was, it's kind of boring. And, you know, now I guess if you invest a bunch of time in it, you could get to some really cool bits, but, I'm not really interested in doing that, so, yeah. And another Crab's Treasure is a Souls-like that is hard and has the timing of a Souls-like. I really liked the game Tunic back in the day, a few years ago. And that's a Souls-like, so I kind of thought like, oh, maybe I could like Souls-likes, but I'm realizing I think part of the reason why I don't really like Souls-like type games is just the latency and like the responsiveness of the controls isn't quite how I like. I like it to be snappy, you know, and Tunic is snappy. That's why I like Tunic, it turns out. But I found another Crab's Treasure just to feel really sluggish, and it's unfortunate because that game is really charming, and if you do like that sort of game, I bet it's great, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Hey, Animal Well, really great. That's the game I'm going to be playing. Also, Mini Shoot Adventures, also really good. I'm playing that, but I'm almost done with it, and then I'll have nothing else to play other than Animal Well, which, by the way, do not play Animal Well with a podcast. I recommend doing the audio because it's atmospheric and shit. Used to speedrun Super Mario Odyssey back in the day. Got around 1,000 hours in it. God damn, that's great. that's excellent. I think that Odyssey is a fantastic speed game, and whenever it's at a GDQ, I make sure to watch that run and donate during it. Of course, I have to donate during when my favorite game is at a GDQ. That's just how it works. That's just the promise. If GDQ puts on my favorite games, they get a dono. That's the agreement. That's the tacit agreement with Games Done Quick. Let's hit dismiss. Thank you for the level, Dexter. Joe Minjominator, you are up. Hey, it is 8:30 or 7:34, and I said that the lightning round would start at 7:30, which means that hey, it is time for just that. Folks, it's the lightning round. During the lightning round, I will have 5 tries to beat each level. 5 tries to beat each level that comes from me. 7 for Twitch subs, and also for the first level of the night. The bonus heads come in a variety of forms. You can see here, there's plenty of good ones. Some that aren't even Mario. Those are rarer and harder to land on than the Mario ones. I'm going to pull up a thing and obscure it. The way that it works is the same as before. If you're here, we do full time a day, 5 tries, 7 for subs. If you're not here, it's sudden death. Refreshing at checkpoints, whole 9, yada yada yada. Let's go ahead and go. You got Yellow Yoshi. Nice. Jominator is here, by the way, so Jominator is good for it. Excellent. Let us proceed. And, yeah, let's do it. From here on out, we will have... Now your turn and it's lightning rounds. It has to be someone's. Someone has to be that last level. That first level in the lightning round. Well, your comment did say... Oh, let me read your comments, Samo. You're right. Could you do a stream with a title that says reacting to Samo edits? Just imagine instead of playing levels, you react to videos. I'm not really much of a react person myself. I always have trouble like knowing what I should be reacting to, I guess. And if I'm not doing anything, I just feel awkward and weird. I will say part of it is that when I tend to watch something, I tend to be playing a video game at the same time, or looking at my phone, or getting distracted. Unless it's an anime and it's really good, in which case, I gotta be reading the subtitles. I can't be messing on my phone. I'm just kidding. I can read subtitles and play Marvel Snap at the same time. Unfortunately, I have developed that skill over the last 6 years. It was originally Twitter. Now it's Marvel Snap that I do while watching anime. I should stop doing that. I should respect the thing I'm watching more. Whatever. Let's play it. Here we go. Woo! Dawn, who's next? It's Jominator. You're still a ways away, unfortunately. I'm sorry. There's just a lot of people in queue tonight, but hey, it's the lightning round, so things will go faster now. Do you think a spin jump here or a regular jump? I'm sorry, these lives, they're going so fast. I think it gotta be a spin jump, right? That was this one. A well-timed regular, okay. That was so far from a well-timed regular. Oh, Jesus. Okay, this time. Oh, yeah. Oh. There we go. There's a well-timed regular. That was actually easier than I thought it would be. We have 2 tries left. Are we going up or down here? That's a 50. That's a 50. That's optional. Oh. There it is. Yeah, that's, I was making it hard on myself by spin jumping. Well, wasn't I? Well, goddamn if that's not the lightning round for you. Thank you for a level. I will say, you can always resubmit. Now, another night, the same level, whatever. Just because in the lightning round, I cannot finish a level, doesn't mean you cannot submit it, cannot resubmit it at any time that you please. But, by the rules of the lightning round, we gotta keep things moving. Also, we got like 15 levels in the queue, so the lightning round probably could not have come soon enough. The lightning round was, is strictly necessary, you know? You understand? We have so much fucking ahead of us. It's almost worth considering, like, maybe the queue should close. You know, maybe we should close the queue and just play what we got. I mean, 14 levels, that's more than the amount of cards I have for this entire stream. Alter for Walter, you're up next. Hey, Aaron, go ahead and submit it. Exclamation point add, and then your level code. I will note there are 14 levels in the queue ahead of you, so you understand. Alter for Walter. I'm gonna put the thing into chat. And do the card. The card says, thinking about playing more Fallout games, and also thinking I might not. That's why I tried that Fallout 76. This guy's kind of in the mood, but it's not really clicking. I don't think it can click. I played a little Fallout 4 as well, like, off-stream. It didn't really click. I played a bit of New Vegas, and honestly, I kind of got tired of it crashing and being unreliable. So that didn't click. If anything, right now, my biggest temptation... See you later, Joe. Jominator. Have a good one. My biggest temptation right now would probably be just to go back to Fallout 3. Like, I know people don't talk a lot of shit about Fallout 3, and I've played it many times, so, you know, I don't really need to play it again. And maybe it would just sully my memory to find out, like, oh, it's actually not good anymore. Actually, it was never good. But, of the Fallout games that are options, 3 is probably the most tempting, if I'm thinking about it. Then again, maybe it's time to just put down the Fallout and just wait for them to make a new one. Put down the Fallout and wait for them to make a new one. With what studio? I don't know. They, really don't know what they're doing over there, and they probably should have had a new Fallout game to come out, right about now. I don't see Alter for Walter, so let's go ahead and do the thing. No thanks on the promotion, Mr. Bots. Excuse-me. That is a... go ahead and ban that poster. There we go. I usually don't need to do any sort of moderation. Oh, this is a refreshing level. Hey. Famously... Wait, no, it's... Is this a refreshing level? What the hell are we doing here? Auto level? Auto level? Oh, I think it's an auto level. I am so confused. I am so confused. What is this genre? I think that was refreshing. I really can't tell. Aaron, exclamation point, add, and then the code, okay? Exclamation point, add in the code. I can do a message for you to help. There you go. How to submit. Look at the message that's about to be posted into the chat. There you go. Add and then your code, like that. Thank you, Alter for Walter. I'm going to go ahead and hit complete. Come on. Okay. Countess, you are up. Countless just said, GG. GG indeed. Yes, that is, Countless has confirmed. Countess Timpani has confirmed. Let's go ahead and do it. Sudden death, or lightning round normal style. Let me do another card related to Fallout. Here's a question I was thinking about over the last week. What other games should be adapted into TV or cinema? How close is your level? Let me see. You're like 5 away, MVP. How do you do it? Exclamation point, add, and then your code. You can scroll up to see examples of it, of how to format it. Aaron. Scroll up, scroll up. What other games should get adapted into TV or cinema? I think with the success of, maybe, honestly, I think a lot of this came before the Microsoft news. But with the success of Fallout, I feel like Microsoft and other companies gotta be looking at that shit and thinking about greenlighting more crap, right? Like, one thing that I've seen suggested is that the Mass Effect series has... Amazon already owns the rights to make that into a show, so I bet they will go ahead and make that, considering that it's pretty close in tone to Fallout, their second biggest success ever after the Lord of the Rings show. But if you ask me what I could see an Elder Scrolls TV show. I could see them doing that. I have no idea what the tone would be. I would no idea if it would be like the Fallout show and like in that it would be like another story set in the world versus a remake of Skyrim or something. But I think that would be probably pretty successful, honestly. Like, Fallout is kind of a success because, at least in the modern day, because it reinvented itself into the form of an Elder Scrolls-like game. It became the second Elder Scrolls franchise, and the fact that it did so well in TV form should be I think it's gonna cause Elder Scrolls to get greenlit and sold to maybe Amazon or something, if Amazon is interested in doing another one of those, similar to Fallout. I could also see Psychonauts getting adapted if we're talking just Microsoft franchises. Is anything from Rare adaptable? There was a Viva Pinata show back in the day. That was probably not a good idea. But maybe a banjo show? You couldn't do a live-action banjo show. That would be silly. What? What are we doing?
Oh no!
Maybe the pipe is a escape pipe. Okay, we go down the pipe. Huh? Oh God. This is really good for the lightning round now that we're actually getting to the fucking level. This is a really good challenge. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? I just have to go back and forth, right? That time didn't go as well. The coin over there is just for funsies. Gotcha. Yeah, it'd be impossible to get over, and even if you did, you would die. I tried alternating, doing one shoulder and then the other to see if that helped, like, me get the knack of it, but, it didn't. That's a cool level. I think that, you know, I hope to get another crack at that at some point. I like it much better than the wall jump hells where it's like getting over it style. That's much better. And that it's wait a minute. I'm just reading the title of this level. 500 seconds? You have to. This timer is tight? The clear check time is 8 minutes? Holy shit! I can't believe you did that. Wow. No one has cleared it. That makes you think, Countess Timpani, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Could you figure it out, Aaron? Add and then your code. I can, see if I can copy and paste something for you. Here, let me do that for you, Aaron. I'll fix you up. Here's how you do it, Aaron. Let me squeeze me. Do add. And then you do a space between add and your code. And you hit enter like that. See? Okay. It is still better, yes. It is still better. I still prefer it. That's right, you hit add, just as so. If you add Aaron, I'll take mine out, but I am fine, like, facilitating you for now. I'm not seeing... Warp World see that message? No, it's just slow, it's just slow. Hello, Maxed Out, how you doing? Let's hit dismiss and get the next one out. Get the next one up. Moyako. I think I saw Moyako earlier, a minute ago. Relatively recently. Moyako, go ahead and confirm you know the deal. Let me do another card. I rewatched Clerks II. I mentioned recently that I was going through all the Skewniverse movies, where it's sort of like a shared universe for Clerks and Mallrats and much of Kevin Smith's other movies. I'd only seen Clerks 1 and Clerks 2, so I was kind of curious about the rest of the repertoire, and I'll say I found some ones that I liked. You know, like Chasing Amy, I probably would say is the best one of the non-Clerks movies. And some that I didn't like. Unfortunately, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, I thought, was a real stinker. Was a real... something that is... like, doing some lampshading to be like, yeah, well, this is a bad movie, everyone, and you're watching a bad movie, and it's like, that doesn't stop it from being a bad movie, guys, even if you say it's a bad movie. Anyway, watched Clerks 2 the other night, and I do think Clerks 1 is better, actually. Clerks 1 is definitely better, has a more concise message, though I do really like how Clerks 2 ends on a happy ending. Sort of. There's just a lot more meat on them bones as far as, like, Clerks 1 goes. And it almost feels like I was sort of surprised when Clerks 2 ended, like, I feel like we should get, like, at least 10 or 20 bit more minutes of, like, little one-off bits, you know, little scenes with weird customers and such. But, there's a finite amount of those, and it's over. I mean, I guess the Donkey Show bit is, like, really, really good, and it does have a lot of really great bits that I would stand by as far as being like, oh yeah, these bits are really funny. Some of them are really offensive, which, you know, it's one of those, I guess. It's a bit edgy, I guess, in a way. Whatever. Not gonna worry about it. Fun movie, dumb movie, and I do like how it has a happy ending. It's maybe a little more commercial than the first one in that respect, but the first one is better. Also, I'll say, last time, like on Tuesday's stream, I was saying like there were parts of like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back that seemed familiar. Like specifically, the guy singing like the guy singing 15 bucks, little man, put that shit in my hand. Turns out he sings that in I'm not sure what we're doing here. It turns out he sings that in It turns out he sings that in Clerks 2 as well, so it wasn't a reference. Maybe it wasn't me remembering that I had actually seen parts of Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, but me more recognizing the joke and going like, I've seen that joke before. Turns out I had seen it, but not in that movie, maybe. Who can say? How is this supposed to work? Am I supposed to, like, jump real big? Moyako, I really don't know what the deal is here. We gotta do a snowball. Maybe we gotta, like, jump at the very right frame in order to get the snowball up. Moyako isn't here, so it's, like, sudden death and shit, but, this is a level that doesn't kill you quite so much. So anyway, I'll say, I'm really not sure if I'll watch any more Skewniverse movies. There's technically 2. The Jay and Silent Bob reboot, which sounds like it's worse than Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, so... Ugh. And Clerks 3, which people say is rough. Even for people who like those movies, and... You know, I like those movies, but... I don't know, man. The plot sounds really meta in a way that I am not so much into. I kind of am low-key suspicious of that film. It's not something like we gotta run and then duck. No, I don't think we can. And we can't throw upwards. I really don't get this. This is, sudden death style. Thank you for the YouTube subscription. Ryle MM2, right? That's it? The rocket is sort of obscured by, on my preview monitor by the chat, so I kinda can't read it. Wait, is there something up here? So I have to get up there as the correct... Okay, that's good enough. Let's count that. Let's count that. You know what? You know what? We'll try. We'll. One more try. Three more tries. We'll do 3 more, but I'm really not getting it. Maybe it's like invulnerability frames per second. Or something. Looks like the invulnerability frames end as soon as you pick up the thing. What if I unduck? What if I hold left on the stick? What if I hold right on the stick? A snowball's gotta be involved somewhere. You can break by pulling a snowball? Wow, that's an interaction I never knew about. Holy crap. Oh, crud! Fuck! Oh, wait, it's a repeating door. Okay, we're gonna do it. Hey, what's up? Playing Mario Maker. If you got a level, go ahead and give it to me. Motherfucker. This swamp is a motherfucker. I got this. Alright, Des. It's hard to pull the fucker. Pull the snowball in time. Like, there we go. Perfect. That it? Thank you for the level. Hydratonor. Well, checkpoint refreshes our guys up to 2, but let's see what we can do. Thank you for the follow. Hydronator. Hydronator? That's not how you say that. Hello, Jokafee? I'm sorry, I'm rubbing one eye. I can't see as good. That's an I, that's an L. Luckafee, maybe. Third tries the Hydronator. Hydrationator. Gotcha. I need to get out of here if I'm to survive. We got 2 tries though, so you know, hey. Timeout would... Okay, that hit me right into the ghost. Come on! How is that fair? Like, ghost was right... Do I not duck? Do I only duck when I hit the thing? Okay, no duck. Okay, I don't duck and then I duck. I have 96 seconds left. If we time out, that'll be it for this level. You know the drill. I need to pull a snowball and throw it at the on-off. That's what I need to do. There's like a 1 block where you can do it. $72 seconds left. Son of a bitch. Jesus. That second one is a little more awkward. You gotta throw the... We gotta throw the snowball in the right direction, but also we gotta make sure we're going in the right direction. These doors are adding to the timer, essentially. You know, the timer stops every time we go in them, and it takes more than a second to come out. Wonderful. I gotta make sure to face the right direction coming out of it. I think if I'm facing the right direction, it shouldn't be that hard. Shit. So like if I make sure to pull first possible frame. Oh, wait, I have 3 seconds left. This is done. Yay! That yay was very well timed. Yay! Thank you, Moyako. That was a really cool level. Wish I could have had more tries on it, more time with it, but you understand how the lightning round and also sudden death works. If you were here, it'd be a different story. You know, you understand. For those who don't know, first-time viewers and all, the way that this works is if you're here, in the lightning round anyway, you get 5 tries, refreshing at checkpoints. And if you're not here, you get 2. It's sudden death. That's how it works. I'm gonna hit dismiss and pull out the next level. Usually, sudden death is faster, but that level was hard to die on. Jessica, you are up. Jessica Shook. Hey, I'm sorry for the wait. I know. Jesus, we're at 18. It's 8 o'clock. You know, I think I have to close the queue. We gotta... 18 levels is just so many. That's... We might be like... Okay, I'll say this. Let's say this. I got a lot of cards left. Will I be streaming tomorrow? I stream on Fridays and Tuesdays. Sometimes I do a Saturday stream. Sometimes I do a Thursday stream. I did a Thursday stream last night. No Saturday stream tomorrow. Honestly, I'm thinking of moving away from Saturday streams. You can never have too many. See ya, S. It is a long wait. It's true. Jessica, go ahead and say, did I hit next? I need to hit next. There you go. Jessica Shook, go ahead and say something if it's you. I think we gotta... I'll say this. 8:15. 8:15, regardless of where we are, I will close the queue. Is that fair? That's like 2.5... Let's say 2.5 hours into the stream. Let's say 8:30. I will close the queue. That is still a while away, so maybe we'll have cleared out a bunch of these levels if they go really fast by then. Maybe not. I really think I need to rethink when the queue closes, unless I want every stream to last 4 or 5 hours, which I don't. I liked it when the Friday night stream was like a good solid 3. A good solid 3 hour. They have gone up in recent times in the last year. Trended upwards, generally. Oh, and I don't know, Jessica Shook is here, so, lightning, sudden death. Let's see what we can do. This level doesn't look bad. Looks pretty doable. Almost as like a tutorial for how to use your weapon. In fact, it's just that. Okay, hey. This is very much a tutorial level. You are here. Perfect. There's your full allotment of lives. That is an effective tutorial. Oh, it is literally that. I should read the names of levels before I play them. It's literally the tutorial how to use Link. In the tutorial, we will be going through how to use Link. Enjoy. Thank you for playing. You're welcome. Let me hit complete, and we'll play the next one. Horn is up. This is maybe the first repeat viewer submission of the stream, maybe? Good looking out, Corn. You got all the way around. That is no small feat, given how long the queue has gotten. Hey, Jessica Schultz. Multiple Jessicas in chat. I will, and they're both like Jessica S's, so I guess full name is the order of the day. Here's another card. I've been feeling pretty bored recently. Not sure what to do. So between like not knowing what games to play, I also haven't been sure like what shows to watch, what media to consume other than that. Right? Like I feel like a lot of my afternoons are just like, should I play a video game? Should I watch random YouTube videos that aren't, you know, that take me a while to find one that I really am into? Should I just I don't know. Like I've just been really bored. It's a thing that in like Clerks II that I was talking about before a level or two ago that I find kind of relatable in Clerks II. The bit where Jay is just standing around saying like, I'm bored. I'm fucking bored, man. And like, yeah, that's sort of my big mood between streams. I'll say the odd thing is that like when I'm on stream, I'm kind of doing a lot of stuff that I want to do, right? Like part of my thing when I put streams together is I tend to put the things I want to do on the stream. Which means that like, yeah, pretty much all the Mario Maker I play is on stream. I've been playing through Mario Odyssey on Tuesdays. That's all on stream. If I have like one of my favorite games of all time that I've been itching to replay, I'll do it on stream. Hey, Corn, how you doing? Thank you for confirming. You know, it's the stream, balancing the stream and not stream is difficult. But also I wouldn't want to stream every day or something. Or like stream more often just to be less bored because doing a stream is a lot of work.
Oh, no.
Doing a stream is a lot of work. It takes effort and time to process the VODs, to do the stuff, and, you know, for every stream I do want to go through later and create clips and shorts and all that, and that takes time. And the more streams that I do, the more work that is just piling up for me to do. I guess the thing is, I will say, like, you know, you might wonder, like, if you're bored, why don't you just do more of the things that you've been meaning to get to? And it's like, man, you don't get it. It's not just that I'm bored, it's also that I have no energy when I'm not streaming. Like, I'm saving all my energy for streaming. I'm just in a mood to, like, sit back and play a video game. I don't want to do, like, anything that approximates work, right? Like, that is just the state I'm in. I guess the thing might be to try to figure out ways to do more things while not at a desk, right? Like, a lot of the things that I consider to be, like, work adjacent, you know, like, would require me to sit at my desk rather than at my couch, you know, and pay attention, like, lean forward. If I could do more things from my laptop from the couch, if I did more things from my laptop on the couch, maybe I would get more things done. Maybe if I brought my laptop into the bedroom and, like, put it in bed and did the clipping from there and the shorts making from there, maybe I would find that more pleasurable and be more willing to do it. I don't know, maybe I just need the right game, the right show to watch, etc. Obviously, I am watching still a lot of anime, but I don't know, I find that I can watch all the anime that I have for every single day this season. Previous seasons, I've had trouble, like, keeping up with the anime, right? Like, say I'm watching 6 shows on Saturday. It's like, oh no, I actually didn't have time for any anime on Saturday, so I'm watching, like, 12 shows on Sunday. Somehow, this season, I've been able to just, pretty much, like, as soon as work is over, just watch a bunch of anime and just relax thereafter and have nothing more to do after that. I suppose I could get back to rewatching more anime, and I think this is what I used to do, like, before like, I was between jobs for a while. I would watch all the simulcasts, like, first thing, then I would do some other stuff, and then at the end of the night I would rewatch stuff that is much more on a, whatever, I want to watch another episode of Haikyuu. I want to watch 5 more episodes of Haikyuu. The only thing that's weird there is that I kind of, like, have a rule as far as anime goes, where when I rewatch something, and I finish rewatching it, I like to put a new review on it, on like, AnyList, in the notes field, basically. It's sort of like letterbox style review, and that's work. I have to think and compose a review, and that makes me a little hesitant to also to finish a anime. Also, typically when I finish rewatching a thing, I gotta truck it out and be like at the next stream. At least this is how I've done for the last year or so. I have trucked out every anime I finished rewatching on like, okay, I just finished rewatching My Senpai is Annoying. I haven't actually. That's one I have. I'm on the last episode of My Senpai is Annoying and have been for 6 months. Here's my opinion on it. Based on the most of the show, which I watched 6 months ago. Oops. I haven't really been rewatching anime the last 6 months. Maybe that's part of why I'm bored right now. I've just stopped doing a lot of the things that I used to do with my free time as just space fillers. Whatever. It's an odd thing, I know, like, I don't feel like I'm ever bored on stream. Like, when I'm on stream, you gotta bring the energy. I gotta bring the energy. And I gotta be alert, and something about being live gets me talking. You know, gets me extolling, gets me saying things. Have you ever seen Sergeant Frog? I haven't, no. I think it's me. You're right, you are up next, Samo. Let me hit complete. Samo Edits is up next, fantastic. And Samo Edits just confirmed, also fantastic. Thank you, thank you. Anyway, I have a lot of thoughts about this whole malaise that's set over my downtime. I feel like the key is just, I need to sleep better, I need to get more sleep, I need to get more regular sleep, I need to stop telling myself to just watch like 3 or 5 more YouTube things. I need to stop watching YouTube at night, basically, because it takes a while to find a YouTube that is like just right. And then it's a good anime. Ah, okay. Not familiar. I tend to have watched like newer animes generally, so if it's like a really old one, it's just might not be in my like wheelhouse. Hydronator. I tend to watch a lot of simulcasts and rewatch a lot of shows from at least like the HD era of anime. And also what's available on streaming services that I have access to, like High Dive and Crunchyroll, and you know, you name it. Try to go in every red pipe? Okay. I can go in a red pipe. So far, nothing's happened. Okay, I'm just gonna go forward, and if I see a red pipe, I'll try to go in it, okay? There's a checkpoint. There's a secret. I figured that's what you meant. A red with an arrow. A red with an arrow that doesn't have a prom plan in it. Good clue, good clue. That is a... That if you were paying attention and weren't getting the hints, you maybe could figure it out just by there being no prom plant in that pipe. If I slept better, then I could have more energy for things. If I had more energy for things, I would do things until like 10, 11 a.m., at which point I would watch a couple animes and then go to bed. I don't know, that all sounds good in paper, but also I have bad habits. You might want to use replace 35 yeet so you can get the full code in. Use replace to replace a code that's in the queue already. You really confused the bot there. It's because you didn't do a code after the ad. You don't have to worry about... Bah. Replace if you want to replace 35. That's why the thing says replace, because replace is the only thing that actually works for that, for what it's worth. That was cool. See you later, Samo. You have a good one. I'm going to hit complete, and we'll get up the next one. MVP, you are up. Jesus, yeah, I know, right? Like, everyone has the time gap between level and between submitting and playing is so long now because there's so many in queue. It's a good problem to have, I guess, but sorry, I try to keep things moving. Hey, blue-haired boy, I love you and your channel. Please never give up, said Samo Edits. Thank you a lot, Samo Edits. I appreciate the support. And also, I'll say, for Samo Edits or anyone else, let me remind y'all, here's the schedule and all, but let me point out, next Friday's stream, next Friday, May 17th, extra long stream. I'm going to be doing viewer levels as normal, but also after that, we're going to play some Smash Ultimate. If y'all want to play with me, I think that'd be very fun. And then after that, I'm going to do Paper Mario Randomizer with the gimmick that for every Twitch subscriber that I have, you know, that's basically everyone who pays $5 and gets a subscriber status. The equivalent of a YouTube membership, if y'all know what that is. But, I will do 1-star spirit required for every subscriber that I have, and I'll set that up. You know, I'll close it off before I start because I have to generate the seed and shit. But we can have anywhere from a 2-star Paper Mario Randomizer, which could take like a little less than maybe like 2.5 hours, I would estimate, maybe like 2 and change, to like a 7-star rando, which could take more like in the manner of like 5 to 6. We'll see. But that'll be fun. That'll be next Friday, my birthday. I will be 35 years old. No, 34. Jesus, I'm bad at math. It's 2024. I have the easiest birthday age to calculate. You just add 10 to the thing. I'll be 34 because it is 2024 this year. So yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a whole thing, and perfect time to drop a sub if you like. And I'll say I'll be using total sub points for that. So any sub done from now to then will count. The queue is not closed. I believe you are in, blue hair boy. The bot is just being weird. Is the bot not, can you not see the bot? I don't know what's going on with the bot today, but it's, you're in. Don't worry about it. That'll be coming up. Look forward to that. MVP is here. Fantastic. Bot did not reply. Yeah, I'm seeing that as well, but I'll have a look at that between streams, okay? Okay, I'm really not in the mood of troubleshooting shit. How do you change your code? Replace. Use replace. Exclamation point replace is how you do it. The bot's been responding to some people. Oh wait, maybe just on the Twitch side, actually. Whatever. I could try shutting it down and starting it back up again, but I don't know that's gonna help. Let me go over to the thing. Let me try restarting the bot, okay? Let me do that real fast. I'll throw to a break real fast while I do so. Wow, if I lean over here, you can see the part of the green screen that isn't like lit up quite so good. Huh. Quick break. See? It did it that time. I'm gonna try restarting it, seeing that helps. It's inconsistent. It's weird. Alright, I restarted the thing. It might take a minute to boot back up, but, do try. I mean, of course, we're gonna try it. That is fairly obvious, isn't it? That's just how we do. Let's play one of these levels. Did you have a suggestion? It's MVP? If not, how about, no super world? Do latest? Let's do latest. Let's do it. Hydrationator says, this is a bop. It's, the cliff music from DKC3 GBA version. Huh? Okay. Not sure how that worked, but that was a little bit of a glitch showcase, I guess? A little bit of a glitch showcase? What, blue-haired boy? I tried restarting it. Can y'all check and see if it's working? Hang on, I'll do it myself. I got a Uno Mas. Yeah, I don't know what an Uno Mas type level is. I don't really understand the concept. I think I've seen that in previous streams, in previous submissions. Let me hit complete on that. Thank you for the level. I appreciate it. Mytox, you are up. Mytox just said lol, so Mytox is present. Excellent. I'm gonna hit the button that says next anyway, just to see if the bot responds on both sides of the fence. It's a level that shows a glitch / unintended feature. Gotcha. Okay, the bot seems to be working now. Hopefully now it'll respond more consistently. I thought I just wasn't seeing the messages, because I could see the messages in the bot's, like, version of the chat, but I don't think those messages were being sent. I bet that was it. It wasn't that my filters were taking them out of contention. It was just the bot was all fucked up itself. Which is simpler. It's simpler to restart the bot than to restart the stream, it turns out. Hello, Mr. Zach Antley. Might be a YouTube glitch or a bot glitch or something? Yeah, probably. YouTube bots are very finicky. I call it hack together viewer level bot for a reason, because I had to hack it together with a custom script that I got from GitHub and have lightly modified to fix some bugs that it had out of the gate. I probably should submit those back to the GitHub repository, because that's how GitHub works. But that sounds like work. I mean, it's literally what I do in my day job, so, well, somewhat. It's literally what I do in my day job, so very similar to work. At least it works, that's true. Yeah. Most of the time, absolutely. This is just a precise level. There's some guys that have attacks that we want to avoid. And we will do that. Now, how the fuck? Well, you don't walk into them. I think we gotta, like, spin jump into their heads. I would guess there's, like, a small frame. There's, like, a very precise, tight thing. Maybe I have to duck and jump. Maybe I have to duck and jump there. These guys are less dangerous than I thought. The duck and jump. Duck and jump. Remind me in 30 seconds to duck and jump. Well, that's not going to be a very useful reminder then. That was the last try and all. Well, that certainly was something. Oh, hang on. My watch is telling me to Oh, maybe I already dismissed it by the fact that it was still on screen when it came up. Thank you for the level. That, is interesting. I didn't get... Oh, I got a time-sensitive reminder here. Jump and jump. Very helpful, Siri. Jesus. Let me hit, dismiss. Let me get up the next one. It's Mr. Blue Goose. Mr. Blue Goose. You are up now. Every time I read the name Mr. Blue Goose, I think about Mr. Sandman. You know, the Back to the Future first movie song. Mr. Blue Goose, the submitter of Normal Boy. Go ahead and do the thing. It looks really weird in the YouTube chat, the TM. Huh. Here's a card. Let's do another card. What's the best source of content for before and after you sleep? I'll say I like to watch One Last Thing at night, and I like to watch something in the morning before I go to work. I find that doing the first one is just a satisfying way to end any night, to watch something, and to not have to think, not have to worry, and to have something on deck to watch is always very good. And for the later, I find that if I watch something, I will feel a little more refreshed and a little more awake by the time I'm like, you know, getting out there, right? Like I will have engaged, my brain will be turned on as to consume the media that is at least somewhat engrossing and also of a length where it makes sense to fit into a breakfast and getting dressed routine and not necessarily like something that makes you late to work, let's say. You know, late to getting out of the door. Can't have that. I'll say what I used to do was I used to watch Slice of Life anime was the last thing I would do at night. And the reason why was pretty simple. Because Slice of Life anime are nice, they're light, they're fluffy, and very seldomly do they end on cliffhangers that make you want to consume another one right away. You watch one and you're good and you're ready to go to bed. Whereas if you tried that with like a shonen, you'd get like to the midpoint of a really big fight and, you know, that'd be all she wrote. This the one from the Mario Maker 1? So I'm trying to figure out like where I can source such things from. I was doing Futurama for a time. Like old Futurama especially is really good for either. Except Futurama is so good you want to watch a bunch at once, which kind of defeats the purpose of having one thing to watch in the morning, one thing to watch at night. And also, I'm all out of old Futurama, and now I'm to new, and there's some episodes in new Futurama that are not good, and you do not want to watch. And that's bad too if you get halfway through and you say like, fuck this. You don't want to end your night on a downer like that, and you don't really want to go to work just having just seen something crappy that makes you unhappy. But I don't really know like where else to find something good to watch every morning, something good to watch every night. I guess I could rewatch more sitcoms. If I could go find a good way to do The Office, like I could get the access to a Peacock account or whatever The Office is on, then maybe I could go through The Office once a day. That'd be fun. I'm thinking maybe The Office would be a good idea, something like that. Let's trim some herbs. I don't see Mr. Blue Goose, so let's do it. I will say one real good thing that's good for a morning last thing is John Oliver's show last week tonight. But there's only one of those a week, so it's only does you any good on Thursday, I guess, right now. The way that
Oh no!
the way that that show has been going up recently this season.
Oh no!
I don't... How did it die? Let's review the tape. This is not where I wanted to go. Last week tonight. Good show. Okay, let's take this. So it blew up, it flipped it on this thing. I seem to have, like, hit it, at which point it went into the pit. That was the first attempt. Okay, okay. Or was that the second one? I guess that was the second one. It fell into the pit is what happened. And the first time, I ran into it, and I ran into the spike wall. I'd recommend the hour-long video called Katamari Damacy and its perfect sequel by some guy named Tucker. Yeah, hour-long videos are good. I like an hour-long video. Not for, like, first thing in the morning, first thing at night, but an hour-long video is fantastic for when you want to, thank you for the level, Mr. Blue Goose. An hour-long video is perfect for when you, want to watch something in the middle of the day, and you don't care, like, how long it is. You just want it to last. Honestly, the longer the better. I wish that YouTube would recommend me more longer videos. Like, I love the H-Bomber guys, all his really long videos. But I've watched them too many times now, so I need something new. I need something different. I can't rewatch the plagiarism video again. I just watched it again like a few weeks ago. I've been watching like a bunch of like Linkus's like randomizer, Wind Waker randomizer highlight videos, and I found one that's just an entire run, like an entire full run, not like cut down to 1 hour, and it's just like a 9-hour video, and I've been watching that. Most of the highlight ones are like 20 minutes each, actually. And I've been watching that 9-hour video today and yesterday, and I'll continue just putting it on in the background as I'm doing stuff. Not while playing Animal Well. That one's best to do without stuff. Caraspino is here. I'm gonna do, we'll do Caraspino's level, and then after that I'm gonna close the queue. It's getting pretty, well, it's not getting pretty late, but honestly, we have so many levels in the queue, it's probably gonna take us until, like, the 4-hour mark to finish off this, queue, I reckon. And I think I should be more cognizant about such things. Really love long videos. I guess I could watch live streams more. Obviously, like everyone in chat right now, that is y'all's experience. Y'all watch live streams and enjoy them. I tend not to like, I'm more like looking for something for the background when I'm looking for something long, you know, something to watch while I'm playing a video game or something. So it feels weird to, like, you know, not every chat will, do. I don't know. There's a lot of people I know who are great streamers that I probably could stand to watch more. But I guess I just tend to take the, just, you know, look at the feed and just go off that rather than actively looking and going like, okay, what am I in the mood for? More consideration of Twitch options, I guess, would be a good idea. Duck, you have to duck there. We're getting it, we're getting it. We have 2 tries left, which is not very many. But, I think we can do it on this last try. Fuck! Thank you for the level, Caraspino. I thought it was lovely. I would love another crack at it. Folks, We got so many levels in the queue tonight. Jesus. Jesus, y'all. There's so many. I appreciate it. I appreciate the hell out of it. It's a good problem to have. So many people want to come by and drop levels, and many of which are present all ready to go. It's good shit, and I want to say the next level will be Gamer's Room. Gamer's Room, go ahead and confirm now, but I gotta close the queue. So, I'm gonna do the thing that I do, in which I play some of my own levels to show off, like, what kind of maker I am, what kind of levels I make. And, we'll go from there. What should the theme be tonight? What should the theme be tonight? Conveyor belts. I'm gonna say conveyor belts. Any level with conveyor belts is open for it. Conveyor belts that the player can stand on, specifically, not ones that are used for mechanisms, let's say. Let's see, what was the first time I used conveyor belts in a level? Well, it'd be this one. It's actually a remake of a level I made in Super Mario Maker 1, but an interesting one. What is my maker code? That is a great question. Previously, Hydrationator, it would be on screen during these entire streams, but I recently moved to the lower left corner where it used to live because I got a green screen. So it's no longer just on the screen all the time. So here it is. It is 2Y6, 3DB, 8DF. Also, you can look down in the there's like a bunch of info cards under the Twitch. The maker code is there as well. You can also find it in the YouTube profile. And also there's, I think, a command to make it appear, if I recall. Let's play some of my Treadmill style levels. So this one is a water level where the treadmills are used to sort of do a little horizontal boosty boost, which was my way of taking this kind of level and speeding it up. Now, obviously, this was constructed in a very Mario Maker 1 way of interlocked vertical rooms that are very, very short, but still fun. Still fun. Maybe I should have made this into a vertical level when I remade it, but I gotta imagine that would mess up a lot of the timings and a lot of, like, the construction of it, I suppose. I also, a lot of the levels built around going up and down because I realized that going up and down is faster than going left and right while underwater, and that's just a little more satisfying. Oh, crap, I forgot to do this deal. I forgot to put up the last call for levels, dealy-do. Again, we're ending a lot, we're going into last call a lot earlier than normal, but I figure with the amount of levels in queue, we will still be going until, like, the 4-hour mark. There was once a time where this stream lasted, like, 3 hours, like clockwork, and, that is no longer. Also, it ends with a little treasure ship type deal. You know. Sunken treasure, you get it.
Mario time.
You get it. What other levels have treadmills in them? I feel like there's some levels of these that come up pretty often because, you know, they're simple ideas, but they have a lot of stuff that I kind of want to show. I think the next one with treadmills is actually, that you can stand on, is Ramparts Unknown, where again they are used as boosters. I think I showed this one off recently. I feel like some levels tend to get shown more, just by sheer coincidence. This one was really inspired by this one was inspired by Donkey Kong Country 3 level, Conveyor Belt Clash. And as such, you are, like, going off these moving platforms that have enemies on them that you need to dodge. Phanto's there. Woo! Phanto will fuck you up. It's hard to make a threatening Phanto, I find. Phanto only passes like once every couple of seconds, and like every 10 seconds or so. And in a traditional level, a segment will probably only be like 40 seconds long on average, or less even. So you gotta do some, you gotta like slow down the player a little bit by demanding some skill or something to get them to slow down. We have taken some hits. I will say lightning round rules do apply during this. In fact, I sometimes don't refresh the checkpoints even. So it's a little bit harsher than usual. And once you got rid of Phanto, you're in the clear. It's all good. That's a fun one. I really like the treadmill use there. I feel like that might be the best example of treadmill that I can just pull up, that I have in my repertoire, my selection of levels, that I've made. Here's another treadmill level. Grand Gully 4 Capstone Cyclone. This one uses treadmills in pretty much an entirely different way. You see, this level is a wind level. This level has a constant wind blowing you to the right. And the way that it works with these treadmills is that you can see they sort of counteract the wind. And as a result, when you're on these platforms, you aren't so much swept away anymore. And in some cases, it sort of boosts you against the wind in a way that is cool. Also, you got these moles that are trying to board your platforms, which I think is a fun gimmick, fun mechanic. Then after you get all the way to the end, you get a squirrel suit, and you fly all the way back. And now you're going with the wind. Sort of an out and back type level, and the wind makes it a much faster trip on the way back, which I think is fun. I believe this is fun. I feel like I'm saying I think this is fun. I feel this is fun a lot. That's sort of my goal. And now you see you got red boosty boost. These have like an extra high amount. In this case, you have to go below and tangle with the guys in order to get a big coin, which is, you know, enticing the player to do some risky shit. That is the thing that I think that the big coin is perfect for, right? Entice the player to do some risky shit. That's basically all it is. Just show the player like, hey, look at this. Wouldn't this be cool to do this? Wouldn't it be cool to get this? Make it a little bit challenging, a little bit risky. And just perfectly fraught. Are there any others that I have that have conveyors as like a traversable thing? I think one, actually. One definitely comes to mind. Let me scroll through, and we'll play that one. I think that will be it, though. Nope, nope, nope. Nuh-uh. I'm surprised, I guess, in retrospect, there's not more cases of, like, having to go against the grain on a conveyor belt. Mushroom Mile is it. Most conveyor belts are going in the that I use are going in the direction that Mario is going in. As a result, they're not really so much challenges as much as they are like fun time. You know, they're more like a fun thing. No treadmills there, none there. Remind me. Treadmills for one of the 3 last levels in the super world? Question mark? That's probably a good idea. Let's do some... I should do a level where you go against the treadmills for my super world. I already have one of those outside the super world a little bit, but that'd be a good use of an item that this super world does not currently have, actually. I bet that would be really fun in the dark. Ooh, what if you were in the dark and you landed on a in fact, fuck writing it down. Fuck the reminder. I should just put that in there. You have to go. Hope you like your level. No problem, I understand. I'm just gonna put that in there real fast. Please excuse me while that's too good. I gotta. This is evil. This is so evil. Hang on. Where's treadmills? There they are. Do like a intense one, and let's just see how this feels. So you can't see, you jump. Maybe you have like a trail of coins or something. You made a super world that's fun. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Dawn. That's great. I love that for you. I love that, you did that. What if there's like some pokies or something? And you're sort of like, you jump over it. This would light up the thing, right? Oh, it'd be cool if, like, there was a pipe that was, like, Here, okay, one more thing. What if... You think this'll work? Hang on. Red pipe right here. Spewing out, these guys. I really need to get back to making. Kinda. Put a few just like out and about and I bet it'll be good. Does that bounce off the thing? I kind of like that. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. Okay. Okay, let me show off the last of these levels. Sorry for the impromptu making. At one time, when I was making more actively, making was a bigger part of the stream. I would make sure to do some making every now and again and show off progress, or even have a segment where I was like, okay, let's do some making. Haven't really had the time or energy, but hey, I've been saying I've been bored. Maybe Mario Maker is the answer to the boredom. That would make sense. Coastal Cup 1, Mushroom Mile. Last of these treadmill levels? Treadmill levels? Last of these treadmill levels. This one uses them not all the time, but reservedly to do like a big old fuck off jump that sort of boosts you where you want to go. It's fun to fight the big spike guys as Yoshi, as Flyer Yoshi, by the way. I will say that authoritatively. It is fun. I believe it is fun. This 10 coins sort of makes you tussle with those fish, which is good to do. Those those fish should be tussled with. Okay. Fun bits. Good gimmick. A good use one of the handful of really good uses for treadmills that you actually run upon. That's good. I guess it's weird that I didn't have anything in the factory world treadmill related. Did I really not have anything in the factory world treadmill related? Just double check that real fast. No, this was sort of a cityscape. This doesn't have treadmills in this theme. This was all about like fire and jumping and stuff. No treadmills there. Yeah, I think none of these levels had treadmills, huh? Probably could have for like the thematic part of it. Okay, let's go ahead and close the queue. Let's go ahead and close the queue here. That is enough levels for tonight, and honestly, we do have like we do have fucking 13 of them to go. Gamer's Room never replied, so never confirmed over that whole span, which, you know, kind of had longer than anyone else had, so that's on Gamer's Room. We'll be doing this one in sudden death then. Let's do it. No hesitation, let's just go. The Pokey Trials, good clear rates. I think we can do this. Good luck getting through all of these before the 3-hour mark. Yeah, that's the thing. It really feels like we should be closing the queue earlier these days. You know, maybe after we see, like, X amount of people get in. That was a dumb way to die. It's not so hard. Oh, okay, you don't have to bounce off that guy. Thank you for Leveled Gamer's Room. I really think we could do that, given a couple more tries. Feel free to submit that another time. Or, you know, I'd give you a... You know what, let me give you a second to reappear before I hit dismiss. But, you have to reappear. Okay. Oh, well, he's in Australia. I don't know what time it is in Australia. Well, probably early in the morning, right? So, actually, that's not bad. It's probably even getting better the more time passes as far as awakeness and not having to be asleep. Unless your sleep schedule is really dicked up, in which case all bets are off. Let me go ahead and hit dismiss and get the next one up. Feel free to submit again at some other point. That level. I bet I could do it. Given more tries. Miguel, you are up. Miguel Laura. Let me hit next, and that will alert Miguel in the YouTube that it's Miguel's turn. I will also do another card because I am not quite out. Are capacitive buttons always garbage? Was thinking about this the other day, and just in general. I feel like every time you get a device with capacitive buttons, they're always crap. You're accidentally hitting them, and they're not... They don't have any sort of feedback when you do. It's just garbage. It's weird, I guess, insofar as, like, what is a touch screen but a big capacitive button, you know? It's not that dissimilar. But they just have so much more juice, like, making it feel good, work well, you know, doing some fancy math to feel like, okay, they're trying to hit A and not Z, so register an A, please. You know, and stuff that makes it feel like it's better than it is, or more accurate than it actually is. A touchscreen, anyway. Whereas, like, on this, like, lamp I have over here, I have a lamp that lights up the green screen a little bit, and makes it so that it's, you know, more uniformly lit. I have a lamp, and on its side it has some buttons, and if ever I pick up that lamp by the buttons, they will all activate and get all the settings all out of whack. So that's why when I turn it on, I use the remote that was included, which I guess makes it no big deal then, considering that. If you're wondering what it looks like without the lamp, this is what it looks like without the lamp. worse lit, and also you could see some shadows creeping through. I wish there weren't capacitive buttons, and part of that is why I'm happy to have this headset versus the one I first tried, because the first headset I tried, as far as like the Bose Quiet Comfort, had like capacitive buttons. That was crap. This Bowers & Wilkins PX7 has physical buttons, and they're nice. I like them. The answer is yes, they are always garbage. There are practically no exceptions. Always use a physical button, even if it's less sci-fi. It's fine. We'd rather have a button that's pressable.
Oh no!
I'll not count that one. I wasn't paying as much attention as I should. Okay, starting now.
Oh no!
We need to do some mid-air spins there.
Oh no!
Fucked up the second jump. Ah, well. Thank you for the love, Miguel. I appreciate it. I'll say there are some crap physical buttons that exist that, like, get stuck and otherwise cannot be pressed. Like, I have some on my, like, one of my switchers. One of my my HDMI switchers. You can't use the buttons. You have to use the remote. But that's rare, I find. Whereas, like, every capacitive button is, like, out of the box garbage. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that level. And let's go ahead and get Dawn's level up. Perfect. Dawn, go ahead and confirm. Dawn was just chatting in the YouTube chat. It was actually the most recent chat on the YouTube side. I think that means Dawn is good for it. I'm going to choose to believe that. Yes, Dawn is saying hi. Perfect. Wonderful. It's easier to read these with dashes in them, by the way, for future reference, but I can manage. I guess now that I'm looking at it, when you enter in the code, it doesn't put dashes in between them. It puts spaces between them. Are the dashes, when you're viewing it in here? Yes, the course ID has dashes in it. I guess that's probably why sometimes people put in spaces instead of dashes. Multiple ways to parse a thing like that. Let's do it. A blue platform level, sort of, with some tough enemies to deal with, but nothing that we, look, this is not as bad, this is not as hard as any of the levels. Who killed that mole? Oh, hey. I'm confused how that mole died there. This has to be the intended way, right? Okay, good. There's a clue of when to fall. I was getting worried. Oh. Okay. I thought I needed the bullet bill. I thought I needed to pick up the bullet bill and take it with me. You're fine, don't worry. Yep, I figured that out. This boss is kind of cheesable if you get into the right spot where it can't spawn anywhere but the place where it's easy for you to take care of them. I don't mind though, hey, you know. I don't mind if something's cheesable. I don't think most people other than the creator really do. Like, if you can find a cheese in a level, that just makes you feel good. If you're looking for, like, to make the level like a big challenge or something, though, I can understand that being, a frustration. Was there a checkpoint? Yes, okay, perfect, good, okay. That would have been a while for... That would be pretty deep in the level if there hadn't been a checkpoint. I will say, by the way, next week's stream, next week's viewer level stream, will be, again, the birth... Damn it. I do like it so far. That's... Yes, yes. Next Friday's viewer level stream will also be my birthday, so I have additional plans that stream. So, we'll be doing viewer levels lightning round style, and I will say, I do intend to cut it off at a good, reasonable time. You know, I do intend to, like, try to get a couple hours of Smash, a couple hours of this. Maybe like an hour or two of Smash, maybe like 2 hours of this. So it'll be a shorter Mario Maker segment, but it'll be all lightning round. Bonus heads for all, let's say. And we'll figure out, like, when the queue closes and all next week. I'll say this, when the queue closes next week, I won't do last call. We'll just go directly into finishing the queue out, okay? Okay. I am getting really impatient here. This is not so hard. I just need to be the slightest bit careful. I don't even have to really be patient so much, though. You know what? It wouldn't hurt. I have to be a little more patient than that. A little more patient than that, even. Yes! And remember, I did say checkpoint refreshes the tries. Checkpoint refreshes. So we got our tries back. Wonderful. Is this just stay on the platform? Oh no, it's Bowser Jr. is here. Hey, 35 Yeats. I think you're still coming up. There were a lot of levels in queue today. Please understand. This one's challenging because Baby Bowser just shuffles off every time he does a slam. Good treadmill used on. That is a very original boss fight. Why are there two? Two boss fights? Ah, jeez. Okay, we still got this. Got 4 tries. I think I got 1 card left, so savor it. Fuck. That was the second try? Yes, yes. I got 1 card left. I'm gonna do it after this, crap. Again with the not being careful. Again with the not being careful is a good name for a stream, by the way. I think, for like the VOD, you know. I like to put what I was saying earlier is I like to put like a appropriate VOD name on every VOD. Something that's a little bit funny, but also lets you know kind of something what happened in it. Chat is anecdotes. Copypasta are not for chat though, is still pretty good. And pretty distinctive. Again with the not being careful is probably good as an evergreen, you know, I could use that any week, essentially. I just have to say it and then it can become a thing. I do worry sometimes, like, well, are you forcing it? But, you know, like, well, look. It's sometimes hard to find a combination of, like, a way of a common sentiment that comes off often during Mario Maker streams that I haven't used for a title already is rare, so I should keep it in mind and probably try to say more things about not being careful. Hey, Brands, how you doing? We got a lot of levels in queue. This is your first one submitting, though, so I'll tell you what. I'll let you get one in, just for you, though. Please, just Brands here. I should have a version of my hotkey that puts a message down that says, like, only the new person. There you go, perfect. I think I'm dying here. I don't like my chances. You're welcome, Brance. It's, I'll say that this will not be the longest stream of these that I've done. What the fuck?! I didn't know those were there. Thank you for the level. Yeah. I was just, shocked by the presence of spiky things that kill me. Those spiky fuckers the crushers. Good level, thank you for submitting. Really, really good bosses. The second one may be a bit tough for 5 tries, but if I were to keep on attempting, I bet I could do it. Thank you, I'm gonna go ahead and hit dismiss. This is the lightning round, as everyone knows. As is self-evident. Let me go ahead and get the next level up. It's by Red. Red, go ahead and confirm if that's you. You are up. Feel like I lost my train of thought there. I had a train of thoughts, I lost it. Whatever. I got another card here. The last card. Follow up on Oot/Majora's Mask Combo Rando. I said that I would like to do that among several other randomizers, but I'll say I have been messing around with that a little bit behind the scenes. I downloaded it. I generated a thing. I made some custom rules. And I think I have some ideas about how I might improve those custom rules. And I messed around with a tracker, and I feel like I need to improve the tracker a little bit so that it's, like, better for the Predator formatted for my stream. But I know how to do that, so I might just do that at some point. And also I have to figure out a few other things. Honestly, like, turns out the combination randomizer only works in a few emulators, and the emulator in question doesn't allow you to put in, like, controller input while that window is not selected. Now, that wouldn't be a big deal in most cases, but it's a randomizer, so I'm constantly, like, clicking out elsewhere. I'm constantly clicking out into another window. Hey, Maxed Out, you're like 3 away, so look forward to that. Let's go ahead and play this level. I don't see reds. So basically with that randomizer, I would like to do it sometime in the near future, not next week, maybe not even the week after, but it does look like there are some things I need to work out, some stuff I need to figure out how to do properly. If I could get a... I guess the thing is, if I could get like an automated tracker, I could then do it hands-free, you know? I wouldn't necessarily need to, fuck. I wouldn't necessarily need to, like, input the things I found, but you see, honestly, I need to, for this randomizer, need to check, like, where things are. I need a map tracker as well, because I don't know where all the checks are in either Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, so that is essential. It seems pretty cool, though, I'll say, like, thank you for level Red. I don't believe you're here. I'm gonna take a drink of water, and then I'll dismiss and get the next one up. I'll say, it seems pretty cool. The combination Majora's Mask, Ocarina of Time randomizer. Cough there. This one was submitted by me, but on behalf of a viewer who wasn't figuring out quite how to submit. That was let me see. That was who was it again? God, it's been there's so much chat above. Let me try to find. Was it Aaron? I think it was Aaron. Aaron Cervantes. Aaron Cervantes, go ahead and confirm. And next time, hopefully, you can add it yourself. So anyway, I'll say, like, that randomizer does seem really cool. And you can set it up so that you have a very small amount of dungeons to do. I think the last time I did Majora's Mask randomizer, it took me like 10 hours. I don't want something that long, but I think, like, 1 child dungeon, 2 adult Ocarina dungeons, and 2 Majora's Mask dungeons. I think that's a pretty fair randomizer. And I think that'd be a pretty good setup for, I don't know, maybe a 10-hour randomizer, honestly. Maybe a multi-stream randomizer. But I think that'd be fun. There are also a lot of cool features insofar as, like, it combines like a lot of items that are used in both games. Like, if you find the Ocarina for you can make it so that you can find the Ocarina, it's found for both Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time. Or if you get the hookshot, it's unlocked for both. And even there are cases where they make it so that some items that were never in one of the 2 games can be used in the other game, like well, the bunny hood is a classic example. The bunny hood works like it does in Majora's Mask and Ocarina. That's great. But also, there's a lot of items that were not in Majora's Mask, like the hammer, that they've gone ahead and put into Majora's Mask, and I think that's neat. I definitely want to do that at some point. In the Discord, I believe, who was it that was asking for that in the Discord? I believe that that New Creature was suggesting that randomizer be done, and I definitely want to do it. It looks really cool. I have some ideas. Some last unsolved questions before we can do it, though. And I'm all out of cards now, so... Yee. Kablamo, that's right. That's right, Kablamo, we're all out of cards. Why is this so hard? This one is deceptively challenging. I don't know what the fuck. Maybe it's just like the timing is wrong if you just do it like that. Thank you for the level, Aaron. I'm gonna go ahead and hit dismiss. Rippity Rip, that's right. Rippity Rip is not a bad name for a stream either, Countess Tippy. Hey, Highway. It's been a while. You want to get one in? The queue is closed, but I will open it up to if you have one to submit. I'll say, as far as catchphrases go, I've realized recently, I'll say, I'm well aware that I say some things a lot, like, I realized last year that I say, you know, a lot. You know, I say that a lot, you might notice. I noticed on one stream where I was going through and clipping, and then I just realized, like, wait, I just said you know, I said you know again, and I think I counted like 20 times that I said you know across like hours of content. You don't have one tonight? That's fine. Hey, you know, it's this. We have plenty of levels tonight. Plenty of people submitting. Rippity Rip GG's is not a bad stream name. You're currently not connected to standard Wi-Fi. Gotcha. So you can't go find the thing. How you doing? It's been a while. I'll say, Arch DK, next week is my my birthday. So big stream next week with more stuff than just Mario Maker. It's gonna be a fun one. I'm gonna play some Smash Brothers as well, and with hopefully from people from chat. And Also, Paper Mario Randomizer, based on a sub-goal type gimmick. How long do we have to do this? Fuck! Happy early. I'm not gonna count that one. I wasn't looking. I was looking at chat. Okay. You gotta read chat sometimes in levels like this. This is such a long fucking timer. Two taps. This is sometimes right. Look forward to that. It'll be a whole thing. This is the last try. Okay, I tried switching to the D-pad. That was, yeah. Not sure it is feasible to... The clear check time is 8... The world record, clear check, whatever, is 8 minutes? Wow. Okay, I feel less bad about dying there. I would have had to go for 500 seconds. Wow, you've... Big ups to you actually finishing that. You left during the boss fight. What do you miss? I died a couple times. I beat Baby Bowser, though. I beat Bowser Jr. on yours, but died several times on Big Bowser. It's probably the easiest 500-second level. Probably. That you have. Gotcha, yeah. Let's, I'm gonna hit this miss. And let's get the next one up. Maxed out. You are up. I think maxed out was chatting just very recently ago. So I think maxed out is ready. Is good for it. Let's go. I will say, as far as like the last call final segment time, I have been considering adding an additional rule for after the queue is closed and I'm all out of cards. Typically, both of them tend to coincide. Hello, Bronze. The queue is closed, but if you want to get one in... You weren't here earlier, right? If you weren't here earlier... Or, wait, do you have one in there? Oh, you're already in there. Okay, good. You were... I guess you were the last one to get one in, actually. My memory. You're the last one, so we're going through them. The queue gets pretty fucking jam-packed these days. Oh, jeez. We can't leave the ground, we just have to run. Wait a minute, maybe I should have used that tree. Wait, no, would that have counted using the tree? Of course it would have counted. Of course that would have counted. Using the tree would not have counted as staying on the ground. Eesh. Okay, sliding is a bad idea. Sliding is a bad idea. Gotcha, I gotcha. This is a really fun idea for a level, and I think it's probably... low-key, one of the best uses for the Koopa car that I've ever seen. Like, low-key, that is amazing. That is really very clever. I mean, obviously it's pretty linear. You just hold the direction and you know, so long as you're running at the first opportunity and going down at the first opportunity, you will beat it, I think. But it is a really neat, fun thing that, makes you go, ha 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 ha. Tree only at the end. Holy crap, there's another...
Oh no!
There's another round of this. Holy lord. And because it's a clear condition, you can only have you can't have a checkpoint. That's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? I'll say, speaking of catchphrases, such as kablamo. Speaking of catchphrases, I have found myself finding myself saying stuff like, and noticing like, oh, I've been saying this a lot. Recently, I feel like I've been saying upsy daisy a lot. Maybe that's just because, you know, coming off the move, right? Like, I picked up a lot of boxes, and you better believe, like, most of the times that I did it, I said, upsy daisy. Yep. You know, that sort of general thing. Here we go. I even find myself saying it just like picking up my bag or something, right? Something that's not that heavy and honestly not that notable. Great level. You would have done a checkpoint if not for the clear condition. Right, no, there's no two ways about it. It can't be done. That was really good. That was really damn good. Clever idea. Yeah, that was great. I felt like the second segment was maybe a bit much first time, but second time it just went so smoothly. Just the length of it, you know. I feel like a 1 minute clear check level just is always gets a little fatiguing, you know. At that point, I'd almost rather have a non-clear check level with a checkpoint around like the 40-second mark and maybe make it a little longer as well to compensate. It's a balancing act. Level design in general. Cleared. Really, Super Mario Maker 2? Really? Or really Mario Maker 2? You are up. Let me get the heads up. Let me hit next. If that's you, speak up. I'm gonna punch it in. If you're not here, it's sudden death style, and we're just gonna go. Now that I'm all out of topics to talk about, we're just gonna jump right in. At the start of the stream, I'm always like a little bit slow, a little bit like, yeah, I just want to talk about this stuff. Just want to say things and, you know, give you all the time to speak up in chat. You know, and now that we're at like the 3.5 hour mark, which honestly isn't bad. Like, we've had much longer streams. I'm ready to end. It's all fine. I think that everyone should be able to submit as many levels as they can. That will never, I have no intention of changing that on this channel, you know? That would maybe make sense at a certain point, right? If we ever got to the point where it was like, no. We're always getting more than enough levels. We just gotta put a stop to repeats now. That would be like a whole big decision. And a decision I don't think is necessary to make. I think that we are good to go with the current system. Maybe we just have to close the queue a little earlier. If we want the end of the stream to be well timed with the end of cards, let's say. Maybe I can do some mental math and say like, okay, we got like 10 cards left. We have like 5 cards left and 10 levels. Yeah, okay, close the queue. Or just set more hard out. Set more like 8:30 queue closes. Which is what I did this time, but still, it's still gonna end up being like 3 hours. Thank you for the level. We were able to get through cleanly. I appreciate it. That was real nice. Fun. And I'll say I do longer streams sometimes. I do longer streams all the time, in fact. The 4 hours is about par for a stream of mine. So, like, don't worry. I am managing, but I think I would like my Friday streams to be a bit more compact these days. Hydronator, you are up. I think Hydronator has been pretty active generally, so Hydronator, do say something, and it'll be time. I also will say that I like to watch another streamer who usually does Friday streams. And the earlier I end, the more of his stream I can watch live, which is nice. With the exception of that DK stream you were here the whole time for. Yeah, that was a long one. That was like, I will say I do long ones, and next week will be one of those. Next week will be a long one. Make no mistake. And that's partially why I want this stream to be not a long one. I know that next week we're gonna be going like, god damn it. It'll be sudden death until you say something, Hydronator, but I'm sure, or did Hydronator say that he had to, Hydrationator say that he had to, go to bed? Maybe, I forget, but, in any case, if you are here, say something and we'll have more tries. I like to watch another streamer who does Friday streams, and, the earlier I end, the more of his stream I can watch, you see. And I also reckon on some level, the earlier I end, you know, he has like a limit of like, minimum viewership for a raid, so the earlier I end, like, and the less petered out the chat has gotten, the more people I can send over, and maybe, you know, he would appreciate it, and would thank me for it. Of course, I have to pass some threshold, and that's weird. I think that's a weird thing for Twitch to have as an option, but whatever. That DK stream was really good, huh? Thank you, Hydronator. We got through cleanly. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and get the next one up. We have 5 more left. We're getting down to it, folks. I think we stand a good chance of clearing this, of emptying the queue within a 4-hour, before we get to the 4-hour mark. And the VOD will be even shorter than that because there were technical issues up front that made it sort of a slow start to the stream. We didn't start at 6 o'clock sharp because OBS crashed. Now that I'm thinking about it, OBS crashed and that delayed the stream by maybe like 10 minutes, probably. Plus, I had to, you know, starting is a slow process sometimes. It probably will be like 3.5 hours all told. I'm gonna estimate 3.5. La Coffee, go ahead and confirm. La Coffee, you are up. I'm gonna leave it in sudden death until La Coffee says something. I would encourage you to do so. But it's up to you. I mean, if you want me to do it in sudden death, that is also fine. Let's see, I want something fast. This one looks fast and furious and hard. Let's do this one, Amidst the Lava Clouds by Loco. Okay, so Loco, or maybe Loco is just short for Loki, Lokofi. Well, yeah, of course it would be. This is a good gimmick. It's, breaking up platforms as it goes along, and setting things in motion, setting enemies in motion. Clever design. And honestly, it doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem that hard. I think we'll be able to clear it, even if Lakofi does not confirm. At any rate, we're, I think, about to get a checkpoint, so that's nice. Ooh, I think we're going vertical for the second half. Nice. Nice, pivot. Nice, It's always nice to do something in the back half to freshen things up, you know? To, like, energize. New ideas. Mix things up. You understand. I always do that in my own levels. We're gonna first try this. First try every time. Parentheses, this is a lie. Not true. Would be a good name for a stream. Maybe. You'd have to have more of a, You'd have to be more natural, though, than what I just did, which is just say it. If anyone's ever keeping score and remembering things, I will be in trouble, because eventually I'll try to be like, yeah, you know, first time, every time, let's go. And, you know, y'all will catch me forcing a stream title. Occasionally, I think it kind of makes sense to think about that, you know, otherwise you end up at the end of the game going like, what the fuck funny did I say that can be a stream title? And sort of struggling to find something, you know? Something original, something that stands out, something that's different from the hundreds of other Mario Maker 2 streams I've done that have names in VOD form when they're in VOD form. Jessica, you are up. I'll say, they only have names when they're in VOD form. When they're live, it's just viewer levels. It's just Mario Maker viewer levels. Something I said gets turned into a name that goes underneath it. Originally, I didn't do that. Originally, I just did, like, Mario Maker viewer levels, May 10th, 2024. And that would be the name on the VOD. And I think that that is just, not very fun. It's much better to be like... Oh, I did the 3 letters, the last 3 letters twice. I think it's much more fun to be like, Mario Maker viewer levels, jump big and believe in yourself. That was last week's. That was really good. I think jump big and believe in yourself was one of the best we've had in a while. Cannot name every movie was one. The most successful was, the Mario Maker 2 game, which came after a direct where they were saying the Mario Wonder game a lot. And I sort of took that forward and said, sort of was making a little bit of a joke. Okay, I see what we're doing here. First off, I needed spring. Second off, I need to run real fast. This is a cool idea, though. Jessica, if you could confirm, that would give us more tries, I will say. Ah, there we go. Wait a minute. I want to try something real fast. I know that, this'll... I want to do a cheese. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna give you an extra 1. It's on the house. Oh, no, if I throw it, I'm gonna fall into the lava and then I'm dead. Okay. And then I've lost the frog suit, and then I've lost. Okay. I was sort of curious if you could set down the spring and use that to hit the on-off multiple times. And then, like, use the spring to go through the door as well, because the spring counts as solid ground sometimes, but... No, I don't think that would actually work. That's no cheese. Your level is cheese-proof. I'm gonna keep things moving. Let's just go ahead and dismiss. Thank you, Jessica. Feel free to submit another time. I would love to have another crack at that. I bet I could do it in regular lightning round play. 35 Yeet. Go ahead and confirm. 35 Yeet, I think, was chatting just a little bit ago, so is good for it. We're moving now. Some of the code got garbled. That's because you had to use replace to replace the code rather than add to switch it out for the new one. 32 Yeet, can you confirm what the full length of the code is? Unfortunately, I don't think I have, I don't think I can scroll up the Twitch chat to where you submitted it. I think that is all. Oh, wait, here it is. I found it. Okay, good. I can absolutely do that. Ooh. Feel free to confirm while I'm, entering this in, though. I can't see your chat right now on account of I'm scrolled up. But I will scroll down right now. And I will probably see you saying, yep, I'm here. There it is. Can you play the Super World? Absolutely. Let's do it. 3 more levels. You know, look, I love y'all's levels, but we had, like, so many in the queue. I'll say I much prefer this to this state in which, like, last December, I'll say, like, last December, things were pretty slow on this channel. Can you like the level? Absolutely. I am absolutely liking the levels as I play them. Have you noticed? I like every level. Please believe me. I will say, I prefer this was fast. I much prefer the queue to be very, very busy to being very, very underpopulated. Like last December, I don't know what it was about December, but there were a lot of nights where the queue was practically empty for like long, long portions of the stream, where just 1 or 2 people were getting all the levels. Really, really lucky for those who had Super Worlds, I'll say, that time of year, but I hope that, you know, I hope that we remain busy. I hope that things never slow down to that point. You know, having a lot of people coming by and submitting levels is a great thing. Completed. Thank you, thank you. Blue-haired boy, you are the second to last. Go ahead and confirm if you were to be so kind. Blue-haired boy in the YouTube side, on the YouTube side of things. I definitely prefer these streams being busy and probably well attended, and probably, you know, people leaving likes on the live stream as well. I will say, you know, I'm not, you know, not gonna ask for likes that often. This code isn't working. I've entered it correctly, but it's not, Blue-haired boy, you're gonna have to correct it if we're to play this level. I'll say, it is worth noting that when a YouTube live stream, when my YouTube live streams go off the air, they do become unlisted, which unfortunately means a lot of the views and the likes on that side are lost. You know, only I can see, like, oh, this viewer level stream got 4 likes when it was live. This viewer level stream got 5 likes. Holy shit, that's a lot. Ooh, very nice. But I will say, I'd appreciate if y'all also were to check out the VODs on occasion. The, like, ones posted after the fact. I would appreciate likes on them too, and likes on those make me feel extra good, especially because I bet that will make the algorithm like them even more, you know, and show them the people who might watch them. And might tune in for a stream as well. I guess, regardless of the performance of the VODs, the algorithm seems to like the live stream, so maybe that's good enough. Maybe that's good enough. Whatever. It's always good, I think, to have a VOD saved in perpetuity. You know, what's the word? For posterity. I like doing things for posterity. You know, even before I was a streamer, when I wrote, like, letterbox-style game reviews and put them on a list on GiantBomb.com, I've been moving over to Backlogged over the last few years, for what it's worth. I was doing it for posterity, even though I was just a dude, you know? I like to have a record of such things. Maybe I can find Blue-haired boy over here and find the level that way. What do you think? Is there an obvious blue-haired boy here in the light courses? Yes, okay. We can find this. We can do this. So where is this level? Looking for an NNH. Something that looks like NNH. That was NJH. 1M4. I think this is it. I think this is the intended level. Let's do it. Okay, we found it. I'm not seeing a blue-haired boy, though, so it'll be, not that one. It'll be sudden death. Until such time as blue-haired boy confirms. Blue-haired boy, all you have to do is say the word. Of course, I will say the viewer level streams are always the most popular of the streams. Like, by a huge margin. The most active, the chats is always popping off like all the time. That said, there are folks that come by for the other streams. And the chats are a little more intimate, but that's fine. No, it's fun to chat and to discuss and to say things. I like get over him and like hit him while he's coming back up. No, he's like invulnerable. I didn't know that's how Bowser Jr. works. No one's cleared this, I guess, yet, huh? You only have 2 tries to do it, though, so... It does give you a mushroom, though, so that's nice. We won't die of, so long as we're careful, we will only die of timeout. And so long as we don't let the mushroom, like, get somewhere really dangerous right when we need it. Oh, he's, like, fully immune, like, immune to fire, too, while he's coming back up. There we go. Beautiful. Nice boss fight, blue-haired boy. That was really original. We've seen some really original boss fights tonight, I'll say. Props to ya. That was, really neat. Probably one of the best flight levels, bosses out there. Last level of the night is by Bronze, and Bronze just said GG, is present, is good, perfect. Let me get the heads to full status, and I will enter in the code now. 6W4 18 K 5 JF. This is the first puzzle in Ghost House. This is also for your traditional super world. Excellent. Let's see. So this is a traditional puzzle ghost house. So like in the style of Mario World, more than like in the style of a traditional Mario Maker ghost house. What am I doing? You gotta be able to avoid some ghosts for this. It doesn't work if we just jump into a ghost. I thought that was gonna be Bupkis, and then I reeled back. Oh, jeez, we're gonna do this. The clear rate is not that bad. Pretty good. The only question is, how do you get through this? Puzzle it out. So here we need a P-switch. I reckon this is the kind of puzzle level based around you have to get an object. Checkpoint refreshes our doodads. We have to get an object and bring it back somewhere. That would be my assertion. What? Hang on. What was that? What's that? Huh? I don't think you can get that guy. I don't think you can get that shell. Maybe you... No, I don't think you can, because you can't flip him without going above him, even if you could grab a shell from below, using like a cloud, which we don't have. Damn it. Okay, a POW block. This has to be useful for something. It can kill the Koopa. It could kill the Koopa. It could kill something else. We haven't looked in the first room yet, so what if it's something in there? Let's see. There's a spring in here. That could also be very useful for purposes. I need to see what's in that last room, so let me go over there. We need to see all the way through. Trying to be less impatient. There's the P block. We need a P block for later. A spring will let us go up here. This is very much a traditional ghost house. You weren't lying. It's very much in that style of you have a lot of places you can go. It's kind of confusing and it's kind of sprawling in a way that if you see a puzzle level in Mario Maker typically, it's more of like a Mario Maker house style where it's all compact and shit. Not saying, you know, this is not a dunk. This is not me saying like, and the house style of Mario Maker is the best style. No, I'm just saying that this is very traditional in a way that is more even than most traditional makers do, right? Like most traditional makers, when you think of a traditional level, you think of a level that is just running and jumping. And it is important, I think, to note and remember that, you know, Mario does also have in it ghost house and puzzle levels. It's just they are a completely different style from what you see out there in the world. Holy shit. I wonder if any of this is like red herring. Or if, you know, that checkpoint there, is that progress? Is getting the P-switch all we need to do for any of these segments? I feel like the answer must be no. Else, what is all this extra space for? But then again, Ghost House can have areas that are literally just red herrings. Like, that is not out of the realm of possibility for a Ghost House. That is not unusual, in fact. There's a Ghost House in Mario World where you just need to fly. You just need to go at the start and fly. And the whole level is a trick, is nothing. You need to use the item somehow? Well, that nixes my theory. That, disproves my theory there. Sometimes it's true. Sometimes it works. I have 1 life left, but, do keep in mind, checkpoints do refresh them. So if I were to get back to that checkpoint that we saw earlier, without, dying in a comical way, then we could absolutely get a refreshment on our lives. Get a refreshment on our lives, and, you know, continue. I'm gonna hope that we get some sort of item that makes it all make sense. Alas, we ran out of lives. Cool level. I'm not quite getting it. Small suggestion. I'll give you a small suggestion, Bronze. And this is something that I do as well in my super world. I got first clear on 100 courses. Wow, that's cool. Hey. I'll tell you, like, word of advice, small suggestion. Okay. And this is something that I'm doing in my super world as well. I'll go into the world bot as an example. In my super world, I also have a, my super world also has a ghost house level. Here in World 6, I made a traditional ghost house where you have to solve puzzle to get through, and it can be a little unintuitive and a little bit, you know, if you miss it, you're gonna be walking for a bit, right? What I did for my super world here is I made it so that Unmoored Mines 3, Bogus Boudoir, and Unmoored Mines 2, Pipeline Panic are mutually, you you know, it's forking paths, so you can do either of them, and you'll be fine. And my logic there is, like, Unmoored Mines 2 is a bit difficult. You have to sometimes wait on the lava, on the ooze. Some people might not want to do that. And for those who don't, there's a perfectly good ghost house. And for those who don't want to puzzle solve in the ghost house, well, just be a little patient and wait out the lava when you really need to. Wait out the ooze when you really need to. That'd be my advice. Make it so that it's optional, and, you know, the ghost house can be as confusing as you want it to be. It can be as confusing as you like, and it won't be a problem for your super world or for people playing through it. Cool, I'm gonna dismiss. That is a stream. That is, the lightning round is over. We are done. I'm gonna pull down the things, and I'm gonna pull up the schedule. I'll be back, Tuesday for Mario Odyssey. The, next stream on Mario Odyssey, I think we left off around, like, 400 and something moons. I think we're, like, 50 away from Darker Side, from doing that whole thing. So, on Tuesday, absolutely we'll be doing Darker Side. Thank you for the follow, Bronze. After that, Friday will be the stream after that. My birthday, like I've said, I will be doing viewer levels, all lightning round style, probably like 2 hours worth. Maybe we'll have to make a rule of like 1 level per viewer or something. That's I don't know how we can do 2-hour stream of viewer levels these days without closing the queue real damn early. Probably we'll just close the queue real damn early. That'll be it. We'll also be doing Smash Brothers. If y'all would like to fight me, please be present and ready to go after the Mario Maker is over. And then after both of those are over, I will do Paper Mario Randomizer with a gimmick of doing 1 Star Spirit per Twitch subscriber. We currently have 2, so 2 Star Spirits will be the minimum, and we could go up to 7, which is the amount of Star Spirits that are in that game. Let me see if we can do a raid. Oh, we got like 1 person heading out. That'll be Bronze. I'll send you somewhere nice. I wonder if who's streaming right now. Dan is streaming, but he is playing Animal Well, and I kind of low-key don't want to be spoiled on Animal Well myself, so maybe I'll just keep an eye on it and see if he ends up doing something other than Animal Well. Maybe I wouldn't send you there just out of the interest of avoiding spoilers for Animal Well. Check out Animal Well. Jeff Hoogland is playing Marvel Snap. He's one of the Marvel Snap streamers that I like. I wonder if I can. Nah, he doesn't allow raids. Okay. Nah, that's fine then. I'll send you fucking, I don't know. Neptune Neon is doing more Twilight Princess. That's an option. Danica Herod. I don't know. No, she doesn't allow. Oh, how about I'll make sure the raid is going before doing it, before sending it off. Let's do a lot of people don't allow raids, huh? Or have a limit of minimum raiders per raid. I don't know. I like raiding, even if there's even if it's a slow night or a slow end to a long stream. Thanks for playing. See you later, Bronze. Let's do, let me try Sarah Aces. Okay, I can do Sarah Aces. I'll send you to Sarah Aces. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna pull up that stream. She is doing Fortnite. Whatever. That's fine. Alright, folks. I'll see y'all on Tuesday for Odyssey, continuing that. We're like halfway done. We're about to be halfway done with Odyssey 100%. So that's fun. Maybe, actually, if you only count the moons that are in the game and you don't count the moons that are like, you know, you have to buy your way up to 999, I think we might actually be halfway done, but we'll be even more halfway done next time. And then after that will be the birthday stream on Friday, viewer levels, Smash Brothers, and Paper Mario Randomizer. 3 things I like very much. Alright. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a good one. Like I said, Tuesday and then Friday. Big birthday stream coming up. How many times can I say that? Bye, folks.